Right, chat. Welcome. Hopefully you're doing well today. Hopefully it's a good midweek for you. Hopefully you've been busy, having a good time. Yeah. Cyberjus, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you. Alex, spoiler alert. Hercules is okay. Played a quick 2-handed game with him and it went smooth. Too smooth. Wouldn't that make him better than okay? Wouldn't that make him goated? Maybe second strongest there is. But it's good to see you're liking them. Hello there. Hercules. I'll get to Wonder Man eventually, but I don't know if I'll like him the same. Yeah, I think Wonder Man's like good. But I think Hercules will be more interesting in the long run for sure. LW, welcome to chat. Arsenal, another Arsenal win, another good day. Let's go. I don't remember how Liverpool did today. I saw the match and I was like seeing a bit, and then I got stuck into a bunch of work meetings and I have no idea what I had to do there. So yeah, no, did stuff with that. Also, the weather lied to me. It said it was gonna be 50 out, so I wore shorts to work, stepped outside, and it was a cold 50. If that makes sense. It does. There is for sure a warm 50 and a cold 50. I feel the same way, like all the way through the 50s, even touching into the 60-degree weather. I feel like there's a cold 60 too, usually with wind, and like the sun's not really shining. It's not the same. Been right here for 2 days. Ugh. Today was a cloudy, rainy day for us. Link, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, today was kind of like a whatever day. Wasn't great out. It wasn't bad, but wasn't great. I think we're supposed to start having warmer weather moving forward. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I've done a really bad job at keeping up with the weather. But yeah, I think it's supposed to be better. So let's hope, because I am tired of cold weather. I gotta sneeze. Okay. But yeah, I'm tired of cold weather. I need something warmer, much warmer. Nice and cool and sunny, beautiful day in Southern California. I mean, yeah. I think by law, you have to have nice weather in Southern California, right? I think it's illegal to have bad weather. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. For me personally, I've been pushing through Resident Evil 9 still, which has been great. Probably about 3/4 of the way done with it now. So I'm only able to play like 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. So it's probably going to take me like 8 to 9 hours to beat the whole thing, I think. Maybe a little longer, because I'm kind of taking my time through it. I'm kind of like exploring a bit. And I'm not great at the game. I just like it. I should say I'm not great with Resident Evil games in general. I just like them. So I've been going through that, and it's been fun. It's been really, really fun. I mean, for those that play, I won't spoil anything, but the second half definitely has a different vibe to it. And this is just like a much more relaxed vibe, which is nice. So the next 200 game will be with Peter Parker Spider-Man Leadership, but with the Spider-Man mod set for his nemesis instead. It should be fun. Are you gonna play it so I can't legally hit the table? And then he does like the Spider-Man meme. That'd be great. But yeah, so that's what I've been kind of up to. And then I feel like there was something else we were doing. I don't really remember. Everything's kind of blurring together. Oh well. But yeah, I've been like, because of this weather, man, I've just been like super worn out and like tired. And I don't even know if tired's the right word, just like worn out. I'm just like ready to step outside, get some nice weather, take in some sun, let's go. And it's just like, I'm playing it as if it's the chameleon or a clone, just having fun. Nice. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, we came out today also with the beginners Marvel Champion video for collecting things, which always feels like weird to do because it's just like, just buy everything, right? But I was like, there should probably be a little bit longer than 30 seconds of just buy everything. But oh well. And I was waiting for people to like comment on it. I was like, this is super intro beginning, but luckily no one really has, so that was nice. And it's like, yeah, because I expect that when Daredevil comes out, we'll get at least not like we got for X-Men with new people coming into the game, but I think we will get more people coming into the game. So I think that'll be it. It's supposed to get warmer for us, but rain and storms. I'm over the winter, dude. I'm so tired of rain and just like dreary weather. I just want nice weather. I'm so over. I do not handle winter well. I always get like just like worn out from it. Like in the beginning, it's not bad because it's like, okay, like whatever, this is fine. And then after like a month, like by the time we hit January, I'm just like, I am done. I am done with winter. I am so worn out from it. And I know like the rainy season and whatnot, it's just like, okay, like that's equally annoying. At least I can sit outside on a porch because it's covered. So at least I could be outside, but still. The roads are such... the roads and such are constantly wet from all the melting snow. Yeah, we've lost almost all of our snow now. There's still like a little bit left, but not like a ton. So that's good. We got like hail or something the other day too, and I was just like, okay, can we be done with this? I'm done. I used to love it when I was younger, but now I know my son enjoys it now, and it's like you'll enjoy it now. I get it. You don't have to have school or responsibility now and again. I get it. It's fun. I was like, but when you get older, you're going to hate it. So enjoy it while you can. Oh, well. Oh, well. All right. I need to, like, not have music that's going to put me to sleep. Like, I literally feel like I could go to sleep right now. I'm going to put Persona music back on. I don't care if it doesn't make sense. This does not help. There we go. It's at least a little more upbeat. I like need like energy. I had an energy drink today. I slept great, but had an energy drink. Drinking Rogue sponsor, and it's just like I need more, man. Okay, so I think we're gonna dive. I mean, obviously we could talk about whatever as well, but we're gonna start diving into this because I don't know how long this one will take. I have a feeling it'll be a little while. Hydrate. Thank you. I have a feeling it'll take a little while, but not like, I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. We have to do a thing soon where people can use their channel points to play against me in Marvel Champions. I have to do that soon. I don't have to, but I want to do that soon, I should say. But yeah, my gut says this scenario will be the end of me. Hello there. Hello there. Just called you Aaron. Arrow. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Finally made a doctor appointment to see if lower my antidepressants, lower my blood pressure. But it's in 2 weeks, so I can document my readings. So no energy drinks for a while. Yeah, that's always a tricky thing with any of that stuff, is that like it just all those drugs. I mean, obviously they're very, very good, but they just mess with like so many different things, and just like ugh. And you fix it with one thing, and it doesn't get fixed with the other thing. And it's like ugh. It's tough. Okay, Thursday, September 15th. 1927. I should check if that's a real date or they just made it up. That interests me. Did they do their studies and see if that was the actual date in September 1927 was on Thursday? You stand outside the cracked marble steps leading up to the Masonic Hall of the Esoteric Order of Dagon. All the evidence has led you here. Hopefully you don't die. Whatever is going on in this town, this order is behind it. You're sure of it, though their ultimate goal remains a mystery. The town is eerily quiet as you stand before the building's entrance. Once this place might have been impressive and opulent, years of disrepair and flood damage have reduced it to a near ruin. Its once white paint is gray and peeling, and many of the pillars outside the entryway. Thank you, Purdue is playing. Uh, still is once intimidating places in Innsmouth, projecting authority despite its decrepitude. No, not authority, something darker, a looming unspoken threat. Are you ready? Agent Dawson asks. His usually calm demeanor has vanished, replaced with a humorless gravity that throws you off guard. This is it. This is where we'll find our answers, and hopefully not die. You're not so sure. Every other lead you follow has led you to only more questions. Okay, check campaign notes. It was not a success. Fail. You are sure that Agent Harper was kidnapped after she began investigating the Order. Your own investigation might have ended the same way had you not laid low for a week after the townsfolk got riled up. It's rowdy townsfolk. It seems that the Order's influence pervades Innsmouth. From important civic figures to everyday citizens, finances, religion, politics, everything is wrapped up in the cult's business in one way or the other. But why? It wasn't until your investigation with Devil Reef that you truly began to peel away the outer layers of Innsmouth and reveal the rot beneath. There you found that the Order was hiding. The monstrous creatures that emerged from the depths and prowled the tidal island, congregating in prayers to some horrific deity. Perhaps it is even the same Dagon worshipped by the Order. Decision to stick it together? No, failed. Creak. Agent Dawson opens the large doors serving as the entrance to the building, and you follow close behind. Inside the halls are dark and eerily. Only the faint sound of trickling water lingers in the air. It's quiet. I guess there are no ceremonies going on tonight. That's good, Dawson says as he closes the door behind you. He turns on his flashlight and illuminates a nearby doorway. We should split up. Bro, you should never split up. That's like the theme of every horror movie ever, is like, don't split up. We'll be able to cover more ground that way. See if you can figure out what they're hiding here. I'll meet up with you later. You nod and head in the opposite direction. Poor choice, bro. Search each investigator deck for Elena Harper and remove her from the game during this scenario. I don't think we have her, so that's fine. Gather the cards. Okay. Place. Okay, so set aside blue, green, purple, red keys. Okay. Splitting up is quintessential horror. I know, right? It's just so dumb. Alright, so white and yellow aside. White, yellow aside. Face down. So these two are face down. These are right side up, off to the side. Okay, can do. Put the following locations into play. Let's see. Oh, got it. Okay. Grand entryway. First floor, first floor. Foul corridors. Second floor, second floor. Let's just back this up just a little. Third floor. I assume these we hold on to, so that's fine. Other locations are aside out of play. Both copies of... Wait, set aside the double. Actually, I move it to this side. It's easier to reach over there. Okay, both copies of Sigigazi Treachery. Assume the statue gets put to the side. Okay, 2 copies of that set aside. The double-sided yellow card. The Apostle Dagon. Okay. Oh, Apostle Dagon. And the double-sided Dagon. Okay. Okay, the rest of these I think are good. Except for the locations. Okay. Alright, because there are 4 or fewer memories, add 5 curse tokens. two. Wait. There's Curse or Blessed. I don't know which one's which. What's what? Oh no, they're Blessed. I don't remember what happens with Blessed tokens. I guess because we screwed up the game so much that's like, bro, you need help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is anyone off the top of the head what happens with Blessed tokens? One A 2 and remove 1A1. Search the collection for Thomas Dawson and set aside out of play. When constructing a deck, use agenda 2A. Wait. Oh, there's two 2As. Thomas Dawson. Thomas Dawson. Okay. Add flood tokens to the token pool. That's fine. Shuffle the remaining counter deck to build it. Okay. Look at what Blessed tokens do. Alright, he also has the Idol in his deck now. Shuffle that in a second. We both start at the grand entryway. This game come with the Blessed and Curse tokens? It do. Alright, Blessed has +2. Instead of returning this token to the Chaos Bag, return to the token pool. Okay. Okay. So basically we get an extra +2 like one time for each token. Cool. Oh, and these are so sad. Okay, Act 1. Each suspect enemy gets +1 health per investigator, loses aloof, and cannot be parlayed with. Spend blue, white, red, yellow keys to discard each obstacle card attached to your location. Each surviving investigator is at the grand entryway, and the investigators have unlocked the entrance to the caves. Advance. Okay. When your turn begins, if you're at a fully flooded location, you struggle for air. When your turn ends, if you do not enter an unflooded location or partially flooded, take 5 damage. Okay. Easy enough. Don't flood yourself. Got it. Alright, how are our boards looking? Okay. I think we're mostly set up and ready to go. Apparently there's a lower level, so we'll have to worry about that in a second. Okay, cool. Good to go. Awesome. Welcome, Billy. 2, 4, 5. Resourceful. Hey, is this camera working? Oh, it is. Okay, good. Get rid of resourceful. Get rid of that. Actually, we'll get rid of both of those. We'll hold on track shoes and overpowered. Draw 3. 1, 2. Really hoping for a weapon, but that's alright. Alright. But yeah, so I'm hoping Arkham 2 happens soon. I forgot when the release date is, so we can start playing that. But on top of that, hopefully that will lead us to more more Marvel Champions news. Oh, Gabriel, I like him. Alright, we'll keep these 3. Get rid of these 2. Draw 2. Okay. Yeah, because I feel like everyone's like just kind of waiting for Daredevil to happen. And it's like, okay, maybe soon. Hey, Dan, how's it going? And like, we all know Daredevil's happening, right? So we're kind of like all waiting for previews and stuff. And I don't know, man. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Okay. Let's check out the grand entryway. Connect to each cave location and vice versa. Resign. Spend the purple key and 6 clues. And as a group, remember that you have unlocked the entrance to the caves. Okay. Electric Boogaloo, I know, right? DC Legendary? Dude, I'm hoping, man. Bedtime for you? Alright, man. Take care. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm waiting for DC Legendary, too, man. I feel like it just needs to happen. Hopefully tomorrow. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Alright, first action we're going to do is put on some shoes. Shoes are always nice to have. I have a card box just for it, unless it gets like Arkham and Marvel where I don't know how to store it. Luckily, the core box itself should hold everything pretty easily. Should, at least. Alright, let's go explore this first floor hall. It's revealed. Place the SSI red key on it. After you fail a skill test, take a horror. Oh, goody. Alright, and he's going to chill back over here for a final action. Alright, I'm going to first action put Gabriel in play. It's going to cost us 4 clues. Or 4 resources. So now we get... him, which is going to add a book to us. Let's have her explore over here, this first floor. It comes with 2. Spend the red key. There is an audible click as the crest of blood fits into the stone altar. Put the set aside statue story asset in the plate under your control. Ooh, interesting. Alright, so last thing we'll do is we'll test our 5 book against 3 and see how that does. Luckily, if we don't... Oh, increase its flood level. Partially flooded. That's fine. It's only when it's fully flooded. -4 if you fail, add a curse token. Okay, cool. We're starting off strong. Starting off strong, Jack. Curse token. Okay, going great. No enemies. So now we ready up. Draws the card. Eureka. We broke 1K. Let's go. Just want to drop in and share the good news before we record. Tonight we continue our Fallout D2020 adventure. Dude, that's awesome. Congrats. Did you hit those 4,000 watch hours yet? Draw a card. Cipher. All right, cool. 1 goes onto here. Bad card. Bad card. All right, Silas's bad card is... Spawn an empty location. We'll put him up at the room above us. So empty location, while it has no doom on it, it gets +2 fight, +2 evade. At the end of the round, if there's already no doom on it, place 1 doom on it. Okay. Yeah, we'll try punching that thing. See how it goes. Alright, her bad card is Revelation. If it's Act 1, test 3 foot. It is Act 1. So we'll test 3 foot. We have 4. Oh my god. Bro, this is gonna be a long night. We take 1 damage off of us. Okay. Okay. His turn. So let's move up. Now, do we move up? I don't want the mental damage done to me. Actually, I could probably do 1 damage. Let's move up to the foul corridors. They engage us. Spend a black key. Remember that you have unlocked the 3rd floor. Okay. All right, so we want to attack this initiate of Dagon. We have our 4 fight against its 4 fight. I think what we want to do is 5, 6, 7. So we'll do 7 total. 7 against its 4. -1 success. Reveal a chaos token. Do we want a skill card back in our hand? Yeah, we'll put overpower back in our hand. So successful by 2 or more, you may immediately take an action as if it returned but does not count against your action. We get to draw a card. Alright, got Eureka. So we can take an action for free. Chugging along our goal is monetization point at the end of the year, but really just uses a metric. We'd love to see more watch time, comments, etc. Yeah, you'll get there for sure. Alright, let's take our free action. Go to the 2nd floor hall. Draw the set aside Apostle of Dagon enemy. Alright. This thing is dead. That comes in with a clue. Place the set aside black key on it. Okay, black key's on it. It's got a lot of life. So it's only got 2 fight though for our 4. Alright, let's just try attacking it and see what happens. Deals 1 or more damage, add a curse token to the chaos bag, of course. Okay. We're gonna try to punch it again. Oh my god. What? There's like 2 of them in there. Another curse token. Okay. Okay. You know what? She's going to just focus on questing. We'll put the magnifying glass on. It's a fast action. So let's do... it's going to be 5, 6 book. 6 against 3. -2. So we take it out, right? But we still succeed, so we get 1 of the clues. I think that's what happens, right? You take it out after you pull it. Oh no, reveal another one. Shoot. Alright, so actually we haven't gotten that yet. So we got that one, we have to pull another one out of there. We're still up 1, because it was 6 against 3. 0. Reveal an additional chaos token. If you reveal 1 or more curse tokens during this, you automatically fail. All right, a bless. So we succeed. Okay. Second action, we're going to get this other clue. Hopefully. Zero. Success. Okay. And then she's going to work her way back over to here. All right, enemy's turn. He's going to deal 1 damage, 1 mental to me. Which is rough. Okay. This goes up to 2. Oh, we got to ready everything up first. So I'm relenting. She readies up. Draws obfuscation. Obfuscation. Now we get our bad cards. His is attach this to the near location without a stone barrier attached. If attached location is flooded, gain surge. While it's ready, you cannot move in and out of locations. All right, so we have to test some things. If we do, we succeed. Okay, that's fine. That's actually a fine card. Okay. Add a curse token. Okay. Now, test forehead. If you fail, place 1 doom on each cultist enemy. Okay, there's 1. And take 1 horror. 2 if one of them. Okay. So forehead, we only have 2, so we're gonna fail this. Or we're not. That is a success. It's not an investigation, but let's go. Okay. Back to his turn. We need to punch an enemy in the face. The problem is we don't have a way to deal more damage. So we'll deal damage twice and then exhaust him. So let's try to attack him first. Again, we're swinging 4 for 2. 0. Okay, good. Second action is to attack him again. He's going to have 5 life, so we're going to be attacking him for a while. Success. And the last thing we'll do is we'll evade him. So he's got 2 against our 5 because we have our track shoes on. Success. Okay. So he is evaded. Let's put the exhaust token on him. All right. So she's going to do her thing. But first... Oh, wait. The magnifying glass goes back to her hand. Oh, this is not her hand. I was like... This doesn't make sense. This goes to her hand. We want to play the lock picks for 3. Okay. That was our first action. Second action is to go to the Hall of Blood. We're going to exhaust this at our foot value. So it's 9 against 3. So we're up 6. Okay, so now we failed. We take a horror. And this loses a resource on it. Okay. They're exhausted. So they don't deal any damage. They're going to ready up. We're going to ready up. Draws a card. Cherish Keepsake. We're going to have to play that at some point. She readies up. Dr. Christopher Mullen. This goes up to 3. Dude, I am just like failing left and right. Okay. Place 2 doom on the nearest cultist enemy. If there is no cultist enemy, search the counter deck for a cultist enemy. Okay. That brings our total up to 5. Put 2 doom on him. I have to start like killing him. Okay. Okay. Still Act 1. Hey, Manfred, how's it going? So we have to test 3 foot. We currently have 4. All right, we'll just try this. All right, bless, success. Card goes or token goes away. Nothing happens. Why'd you get crushed, dude? It's already getting ugly. It's getting ugly fast. Okay. We're still punching this guy. He's got 5 life with 2 damage. So let's see if we can damage 3 times. So first thing we'll do is overpowered. So we're going to attack 4, 5, 6 against 2. Okay. Curse. So we're up 4. We're now up 2. Oh my god. Can we catch a break, yo? Test was not successful. I am going to return this back to my hand. Sounds good. Okay, let's try to deal damage to this guy. Let's play overpowered again. Again, 6 versus 2. I'm gonna lose my mind, chat. There's so many tokens in here. There's so many. I would take the 4 again. Jesus. All right, let's just try to evade it now. 5 against 2. Surely we won't get the auto fail again. Oh, sure. Now we get -1. So we evade it so at least it doesn't hit me. All right, that's everything for him. God. All right, we got to put in the magnifying glass for her. So we're testing 1, 2, 6. 6. We'll do lock picks. So 6. It would be 10 against 3. Surely we can do that. Up 7. Reveal an additional chaos token. If it's a curse, you automatically fail. Son of a gun. We know what this is going to be. -4. Okay, so we still succeed, barely. But we had to add a curse token. But we did not succeed by 2 or more, so we lose a lockpick. Okay, let's just test 6 against 3. Okay, reveal an additional one. Okay, up 2. Okay, now she's gonna work. Oh wait, she gets the red key. And we're going to work over here so that we can try to put the red key in there. It seems like a thing you want to do, I guess. Okay, enemy's turn. He's exhausted, so nothing happens. He is going to ready up, though. Ready up. He draws resourceful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get to 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6. She gets 1. Readies everything up. Obfuscation. All right, so this is gonna push the agenda forward because he has 2 curse things on him. Okay. Remove 2 curse tokens from the bag. don't think we have to worry about that too much because I think I drew them all. Alright, 2 removed from the bag. If Jailbreak is listed under memories, I don't think it is. It's not. Otherwise, nothing else happens. Okay. This resets back to 0. When a turn begins, if you're fully flooded, take damage. Okay. So again, this is at 6 for Agenda 2. And we'll take damage at fully flooded. This is only partially flooded, so we're okay there. Okay. So that was the one that went up, right? So now bad card. Bad card. His bad card is an Acolyte. Spawn an empty location. Place 1 Doom on it. We'll put him in the corridor. Put him at Doom. So now it's up to 3 out of 6 already. So doing great, chat. Doing fantastic, son of a gun. Alright, empty location. Put them there. At the end of the round. Oh my god, we're gonna like get crushed with Doom. Okay. I'm still trying to punch the Apostle of Dagon, which I'm hoping is the right play. Even though we cannot succeed for the life of us. So. He's got 3 life left. Okay. I mean, we're swinging 4. We'll play Resourceful for 5. So we're up 3. Positive 3. Let's go. Good vibes. Okay. Damage. Success. Now we get to choose a red card. It's not this. There is none, so we just lose that. That's fine. That was the first action. Second action, we'll play Unrelenting. And we're going to remove some bad tokens. We'll move that. We'll remove that. And that. So we're going to remove these 3 from there. Alright. So 5 against 2. And we draw. Alright, bless. Major success. Just go back in. To reveal a Chaos Dragon during the skill test you're performing, return a skill you commit to the test to your hand. We'll put Unrelenting back in. Alright, is that 4 damage? Last one, big money. We're going to play Unrelenting again. Take out some bad ones. Okay, take out these bad ones. And then we draw. We're up. What did I say? We're up 5-2, so we're up 3. Oh, thank God. Okay. We lose this, which is fine. He is dead, which means these go away. We get the black key for whatever that's worth. He's in the victory display. Sweet baby Jesus, thank God. Okay. Cool. Good. Doing his thing. Fantastic. So first action, we'll move her over to the Hall of the Deep. And second action, we'll spend the red key. Put this aside. Wait. I guess we spend it so we're done with it. But we take the curse thing. That doesn't sound good. Alright, so we have to spend the blue, white, red, or yellow key to flip it to its other side. Okay. So she's got this going on. And then she'll go back to the main area. Okay. Enemies don't move, so we don't have to really worry about them. We do have to put a Doom token on here at the end of the round. We'll just do that now so we don't forget. Because I will forget. His card is Manual Dexterity. He gets a resource. She gets a resource. She draws another cipher. Okay. This goes up to 1, so it's really a 1, 2, 3 right now. And then his bad card, her bad card. His bad card is Beast now, 48 months, dude. Test 3. 5 instead of your location is flooded. For each point you fail by add. Okay. So we have currently 2 head, but we have so many things we can spend. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 against 3. So we're up 2. Positive 2. Positive 2. Positive 2. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Positive 1. Okay. Done. Her bad card is Peril. Choose a location where there is at least 1 investigator. Increase that location's flood level. Each investigator at that chosen location takes 1 damage. If the location's flood level is increased by this effect, it gains surge. Okay, what we'll do is we'll increase it where she is. She'll take a damage, but we'll put the damage onto our boy here so that he takes it for us. 4 years, dude? That's crazy. Crazy to think about it. Been around that long. It's too long. I don't like it. Okay. Alright, this is at 1. Alright, he needs to test. We'll test 5 foot against 1. So we're up 4 to try to get rid of that barrier. Up 4. Cool. His next move will be to move over here. And then we're going to try to punch this Acolyte in the face. As we're 1 to do. So 4 against 3. Oh my god. How? How? Okay. Punch was a failure. It was an epic failure. Alright, she is going to move up here. How do we open this up? Spend the black key. Oh, he has the black key, so he could spend that after we punch that thing. She's going to move over here. And then we'll test. Sorry, this goes back into her hand. I keep forgetting that. We'll test on there. 5 against 2. We'll play the magnifying glass in her hand. So 6 against 2. Okay, we're wasting all of our blessed tokens. But she got that at least. That goes back to her hand. Okay. Acolyte's gonna punch me. That's fine. That thing just chills there, right? Yeah, it just chills there. But it does get another doom, so it's at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 total. He readies up. He draws overpowered. And this goes up by 1. We remove 1 from here. We'll put it there. She draws Crack the Case. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we have too many cards. Obfuscation. Okay. This is now up to 2, but it's really at 5 because everything on the board. So we have to get rid of that card. God, we're going to lose so fast. That card is Test 4 head. If you fail, either choose to discard 2 cards from your hand or discard an asset you control. Okay. We're gonna do 5. So we're gonna test 3 or throw away 3 cards. So we're up 1. Give us something, baby. Give us something. Where's the blessed token now? Okay, that's fine too. So we succeed. If the skill test investigator, the investigator performs a test or this test, search the top 3 cards for his or her deck, draws it, and shuffles the deck. So we could do it twice in a row. So 1, 2, 3. I need a weapon. Guess we'll take Peter. Shuffle this and we do it again. One, two, three. Take the net. Okay. Okay. We need to kill this acolyte is what we need to do. So, first thing we're going to do. So we'll use overpowered on this acolyte. So we're swinging 6 against its 3. Surely, we can kill it. -4. Okay, so we succeed. Barely. So we get to draw a card. Lucky, which is really good. So the acolyte dies. Get out of here. His next move is going to be to go over here to this guy. And then we're going to punch that thing in the face. So it's only got 2 attack against our 4. We're up 2. We have a lucky just in case. -1 success. He's on a murder spree. I love it. Okay. So she now can't do anything. Oh, shoot. We never looked at her bad card. Oh, shoot. She has an enemy. Spawn in an empty location. All right. We'll put him down here. At the end of the Mythos phase. Okay. Shoot. That's right. That wouldn't have changed anything anyway. Okay. Fine. It's fine. So she can't do much. So we'll move her over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put this cipher in just in case. Comes in with 3 secrets. Secret. Forgot the secret. And then we'll get one more resource with her. Okay. It's all we can really do. This enemy's not going to do anything. Okay. So we'll ready him up. He draws Stunning Blow. 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm running out of resources. He gets 1. She gains 1. Draws Shadow Agents. Of course she does. Can't discover clues except by investigating. After it's evaded, discard it. I think we have some evasion cards. No, we don't. Okay, we'll figure that out. This is up to 3. Then we put 1 here, so it's 4 total. Bad card. Bad card. His bad card is... Has 4 head. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna fail this. We're down 2. Failed by 3. Discard 2 cards from our hand. We will do that. Actually, wait. It was -1. Let's play a lucky. So we get +3 to that test, so we succeed, and we get to draw a card. Which is guts. Whatever. We'll just see. We'll just try it. We'll just try it. And she gets place 2 doom on the nearest cultist enemy. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So that advances it. Cool. Add 4 curse tokens. Why wouldn't we? This goes back to 0. Again, fully flooded location. Man, the ritual advances. We haven't even gotten to the 3rd floor or underground yet or anything. Okay. He's going to come over, go here. We'll have him spend the black key. I guess we spent these, so we'll put them there. To open up the 3rd floor, so now she can go up there if she so chooses. And then he will... Actually, he'll just... No, I gotta... Actually, he'll go down here. You know what? We're not going to spend the black key. Our second action was going to go down here. Our next action is to evade this guy. So we're up 3. Just so we don't get punched. Success. Commit a skill card from our discard pile. There's nothing I care about. There's nothing good yet. I'm not even going to worry about it. But he's evaded. Alright, so she has to deal with the shadow agents. Alright, 4 foot. Or 5 against our 4. Alright, we're gonna go for a Hail Mary. We're gonna throw away Eavesdrop. So it's 5 versus 5. Give me one good pull. Give me one good one. Just one, baby. Just one. We need it. Okay. We did not get that. Okay. I will try evading again. -1. Okay, we failed again. Try again. Okay, we failed. Failed all around. Cool. Shadow Age is going to deal 2 damage to us. That's it. This enemy will ready up. Will ready up. We draw the Idol, which could be good, I guess. And he has so many resources. She draws a pocket telescope. Which doesn't really help. Okay. This goes up to 1. He goes up to 4 now. So it's at 5 total. We're about to lose. Sweet. Will this be the quickest finale we've ever had? I think so. Choose a location where there is at least 1 investigator. Increase that flood level. Each investigator must take 1 damage if chosen location flood level is not increased. Okay. We'll increase hers. No, we can't have her take damage. We'll increase ours. So now it's fully flooded. So to be careful with that. Her bad card. Spawn empty location. Okay. So this comes in. We place a Doom on it. I don't think it advances it right away. I think we get to wait 1 more round. Actually, no. I don't know what we do. When does it check the Doom, technically? Oh, okay, it's of the Mythos. Okay. Alright, so we check the threshold there. So we do okay there for now. Alright, he's going to go back to punching. So his first thing will be the punch. It's 4 versus 4. We'll use stunning blow. So it's 5 versus 4. We're up 1. Kill this stupid wizard. Oh my god. We failed. So not only did we fail, we add a curse token, but he gains retaliate, so he punches us 1. And we don't evade. Bro, okay. Alright, we're just going to try to punch him. It's even. Because I think we're about to lose anyway if we don't get rid of him. -1, or I'm sorry, -0. So reveal an additional token. -1. Okay. So we fail, so we take retaliate damage. YOLO. Okay, reveal an additional token. Okay. -2. -1. Okay. Silas has 1 life left. He's about to die. Alright. She will check out the shadow, or yeah, try to evade the shadow agent, I guess. -1. We need a +1 or auto success. Nope. Okay. Oh, shoot. Try again to evade him. Hey! Okay, success. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's going to die with flooding anyway. So she evades him, so he gets discarded. And she is going to then... do nothing. Draw a card. See what happens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Wizard of the Order is going to punch Silas. He's dead. Cool. This guy does nothing. This goes up, which now advances this. Each investigator is not resigned is defeated. It suffers 1 mental trauma. And record your log. Dagon has awaited. So mental trauma for each. Wow. We got skunked, chat. Wait, no resolution was reached. No, resolution 1, right? Each investigator is not resigned is defeated. Defeated by physical. Defeated, no trauma. Okay. You're somewhere else now, lying on your stomach on cold, damp stone. Your arms are held tight behind your back. You have no idea how you got here. As consciousness returns, your vision comes into focus. You crane your neck to view your surroundings, but it's too dark to see anything inside your stone cell. I'll ask you one last time, who sent you here? A voice asks. It is deep and husky, like a croaking of a frog. You hear the familiar, cool baritone of Agent Dawson reply, your breath smells awful. Ever heard of brushing your teeth? See, we shouldn't have split up, chat. That was the problem. Your mockery only masks the fear that hides within, the voice replies. Very well. If you are no use to us, you'll be the first to be sacrificed. Alright, so your vision continues to adjust. You can barely make out Dawson's silhouette on the other side of the cell. He is kneeling before a metal hatch on the stone floor. An elderly robed figure presses the curved knife against his throat. Someone lifts the hatch and Dawson's eyes go wide. He gives you one last despairing look, shakes his head slowly and deliberately, and quietly slides something across the stone floor. Then the hooded figure pushes him. In the scuffle and the low light, nobody notices the car keys that skidded to a halt directly next to you. You grab the keys and stuff them in your pocket just before you're shoved forward. 2 more sets of cold, clammy hands grasp onto your shoulders, and the hooded figure slides his knife up to your neck. All you can see his face are his wild, unblinking eyes. Osiris. These are the ones we found in Dagon's lair as well. We believe they are the ones that are snooping around Devil Reef. The man with the knife to your throat nods. Your turn, he declares. Tell us what you have come here and perhaps we will let you go. Who sent you? What have you seen? So we failed by reaching Agenda 3B. Right? Yeah. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory display. 1, 2, 2. Alright, so we have to decide. Tell Osiris nothing, lie to him, or tell him everything. Yo, we're gonna tell him nothing. See if he just murders us. Tell him nothing. You remember the slow, gentle shaking of Agent Dawson's head and known well what he meant by that gesture. You look up into the man's unblinking eyes, set your jaw, and say nothing. A moment of silent understanding passes between you and your interrogator. Very well, your defiance has earned you naught but a slow, agonizing death. The metal hatch opens again. Inside you see nothing but darkness. You glare long and hard at your captor. Take what you have stolen to the lighthouse at once, Ocarius demands of the other robed figure. It is time to begin our great work. None will disrupt the Order's business ever again. Soon all will understand the natural order of life. Then he nods to your captors and you are shoved forward. The clammy hands release you and suddenly you are tumbling in the darkness. The last thing you feel is a striking cold stone. And then... Alright, so we add one more token to our chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Fantastic. And then we go to Hidden Truths. We might as well read this. See what it does. I'm surprised it didn't kill us. Usually, in most scenarios, I feel like it would just kill you by now. Because we have failed so much. As soon as your mind returns to the present, you begin formulating your plan. A plan to enter the realm of the Deep Ones and end their conspiracy once and for all. This is ridiculous. You know that, right? Harper asks. You nod. Of course it's ridiculous. You spent the last 2 days on the run, chased, hunted, and tormented. But you've also spent the last 2 days recovering the memories you've forgotten, and what you've seen is something you can't possibly ignore. You have seen the deity of the esoteric order of Dagon is named for, and you understand what the order plans to do. The alignment of the celestial bodies in the sky, the steadily rising tides, the tumultuous, fluctuating weather, the creatures emerging from the death, all of it tied together. You have seen it. There will be a flood, a great disaster to wipe out humanity, so only the deep remains. The great city of the reef shall rise once more and become the beating heart of all life on Earth. There are still gaps in your memory, but all this you know to be true. All of Innsmouth is consumed by this conspiracy. The Order controlled the town through its oaths and its secrets. Wealth is hoarded from the deep. It was no wonder they treat outsiders like you with such scorn. You give Harper a knowing glare. She sighs and nods. I know, it's the only way. Together, the two of you plot your course. Abandoned ships still litter the harbor of Innsmouth. Under the cover of night, you must commandeer one of them, sail to Devil Reef, and descend once more into the antediluvian ruins in the depths below the Forsaken Island. That is where the other entrance to the city lies, Yahaneth. Your skin prickles with cold shivers as you utter the word aloud. Harper grimaces, though you can sense the determination behind her steely gaze. I'm going to see this mission through. Dawson, for you. Okay, that's a weird sentence. You lay all the information you've recovered and the relics you've obtained. Despite the horrors arrayed against you, you know that the Yanithnetha is sealed tight. There must be a way to gain entrance. Perhaps you've already have the answers. Spoiler alert, we have no answers. Return Dawson to the collection. If an investigator earned Alina Harper at any point during this campaign, they may add her back to her deck. With your fragmented memories returned to you, past events have become clear. Each investigator may now spend resources. So we'll do that at the end. They each have 3 to spend, so we'll do that before, I guess, the next one. And then it'll be the final scenario next week, where hopefully we don't get completely crushed. Man, that scenario was rough, dude. What? So the purple key was there. So yeah, we had to go to the Hall of Silence. Don't you dare say anything, Siri. I hate you. To get that last clue and then come down. And even if we would have come down, we still had to go to the other titles, unlock the final depth, and then do the end. Like, oh my god. And the problem is, once you get the Wizards of the Order and the Acolyte and all that stuff, like 6 on the agenda is just so few in total. So it's like we couldn't do it fast enough because everyone's just gaining so much doom. That was rough. That was rough. That was a really rough time. Oh well. Oh well, chat. Oh well. Alright. The thing is, like, I feel like this scenario started off so good and so strong, and man, it's just gone downhill for us. Like, absolutely downhill. I feel like we started off okay too, and then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And some of it's, I guess, bad pulls too, but well, actually, we got a lot of bad pulls tonight. I feel like we were failing pretty much every test. So that probably doesn't help as well. I feel the same way with some Marvel Champions games I play. Yeah. And it's like, at least Marvel Champions, like, I don't know. Like, again, I like Arkham Horror. I think it's cool and whatnot. But I feel like once you get a bad run, man, it's just like, just keeps compounding. And I feel like we're almost dragging this out where we're so far behind because we didn't do well enough in the beginning to get some of the memories. And I don't know if they help. Because maybe they would have helped a lot at this point. But I don't know. Oh, jeez. But yeah, we're just getting like skunked. And plus we have so much like trauma from everything. Like the next, I can already see that the next game is just going to be like us getting decimated. Like, I don't see how it ends well for us. Seems like it's hard to recover. Yeah. And like, at least if you get annihilated, you put a new person in, or you're supposed to. And the new person doesn't have any XP, but at least they don't have all this trauma. We have so much trauma from this that we're just getting wrecked. Again, enjoyable game, fun game, but we have just not been doing well. And I feel like the decks aren't that bad. Like, usually I can like blame a deck, right? Now I can just blame my poor play. And it's really just me. I mean, I think I'm the problem. But like with Silas too, we just didn't get any of his weapons. Me, Cleaver, Harpoon were both on the bottom. All of them were on the bottom like 10 cards. Not even 10. Bottom like 5 cards. And I feel like with him, if I didn't get like the attack cards right away, we were way behind. She was set up a little bit better, but not great. But you know what I mean? Like, it was at least better. And I think again, I'm not saying it's like it's the game it's a skill issue for sure. But my skill issue is so bad at this game. But yeah, it can be hard to recover for sure. This felt like it really just wrecked you. Oh well. Oh well. But I also think Arkham's one of those games that, like, each time you play, you gain a bit more knowledge for it, right? And you kind of get, because like there's certain things that like I would remember that's like, oh wait, we don't want to do things that way, or we want to approach it slightly differently. So kind of like Marvel, where I feel like it's a game that rewards you for playing it repeatedly. And because this is our first time, like it's the same with like Marvel Champions, like our first time we play any scenario, we kind of get wrecked, for lack of a better word. And then we figure out what it is, just that you can go through it quite a bit faster, you know. But whatever. That's all right. Learning the process. All right. But yeah, so complete side note, I am excited for more Marvel Champions stuff to hopefully be announced tomorrow. That would be really nice if it is, because I feel like we haven't gotten anything good recently, and I would like that. I would enjoy that personally. Okay, do that. Okay. Hey, Wukong Panda. Nothing officially. It's just like it feels like we should be at the point where um, we get some stuff from Marvel Champions. It's been like a while. So I'm hoping that they do their announcement for whatchamacallit, for Daredevil. Not like the announcement, the Marvel Champions stuff. Agreed, the MJ drought, the Marvel Champions drought is real. Yeah. And like a part of it is like, look, at least we have a roadmap, so at least we know like kind of what's coming next and whatnot. But still, it's, you know, I want to know more. And I feel like everyone's ready to kind of move past where we've been for a while now. And they're like, okay, ready for the next thing. Shield Wave was kind of whatever. You know, Civil War was that bonus wave that was kind of whatever. Like, again, even if I enjoyed it, it's still like, you just want to see the next thing for sure. So I really do feel like we're at that point. I feel like the Acolyte had... Oh, this goes here. Location. Man, we didn't get to any of these locations. That feels so rough. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. But yeah, so I'm ready for more Marvel Champion stuff for sure. Round 2? Oh, absolutely not. I can't read that much in one night. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, I will say Innsmouth overall has been pretty good. How did the game go? Got wrecked. I think what's more frustrating is I got wrecked because there was just Doom being added on by everything. So it just like advances everything so fast. 2, 3, 4, 5. When each aspect in Hero goes, I know, me too, right? Like, I think we're so just curious of how they're going to work Daredevil. That's like, that's what I'm ready for, you know? Like, I'm ready to see what that looks like. Because we've done all of our fun speculation stuff. And it's like, okay, the speculations were fun, were exciting, but I'm ready. I want to see what they do. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are at right now. I want to know if there's going to be Braille on the cards. And it's like we've speculated so much. Like, again, speculation's fun. It's enjoyable. But it gets to a point, it's just like, all right, what's the next step? You know what I mean? What are we doing next? And it definitely feels like that right now. Because I do think Daredevil is going to be strong. But I think the way he works is going to be kind of basic. Not in a bad way, but I think because they wanted it to be a good spot for people to come into the game. I don't even know if a good spot's the right way to phrase it, but just like make it accessible to the quote unquote normies, right? And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean like they want it to be something that people who like Daredevil come into the game and they're just like, yeah, this is awesome. Let me invest more into like 3 cycles of the game. So like my gut says that's kind of how it's gonna go. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's pretty meaty and there's a lot to it. But I don't know. We'll see, I guess. God, I need a bigger Arkham box. I need to move everything. This is like, I have the old school Arkham boxes where it's like this still. I need the bigger one. The small one's too small. Oh well. I also just realized that my green screen is still on. There we go. But yeah, so I feel like that's where we're at. It's just like, I'm ready to move on to the next point, see what the next thing is. And I really hope they say it. I know the running theory on like Reddit and whatnot was like they really want to focus on Arkham and whatnot, and they're pushing that really hard because they want to do really well. Because I think there's a lot of like the art, like we've said this before, the Arkham community is very just like on the depression train, which makes sense. It's Arkham, you should be kind of depressed, but they're really on the depression train, and like they've been releasing a lot of card art and stuff, or like they've been noticing card art or however it's been working, and like the art's like not great. Like I think they're clowning on the art more so than I would, but it definitely feels like it's a step back of what it was. And you know, of course, then it leads to speculation of just like, oh, it's AI generated and it's this, and I don't think it really is. I think it's them just trying to work with a smaller budget or something. And so I think there's just so much kind of stacked against them with it. It's stacked against Fantasy Flight Games, that is, that I think they really want to succeed. But at the same time, like you can't neglect this whole other side that is the Marvel Champions side. That's like a big money printer. So they probably don't pay near as much licensing for Arkham instead of Marvel. They don't pay anything for Arkham to license. This is why they like Arkham so much, because it's open domain or whatever. I always forget what that word is. But yeah, they don't have to pay anything for it because Lovecraft doesn't really like there's nothing to pay. There's no like eminent domain, public domain. I guess public domain. Like anyone could do things with HP Lovecraft stuff because it's been out in the wild for so long. So this is why you see so many Cthulhu stuff and whatnot, because they don't have to pay that, which is good. It allows for higher margins and whatnot. But yeah, they gotta do Punisher and Ghost Rider, don't they? I think they will at some point. The problem is like, this is the weird spot they put themselves in. They don't pay the Scientologists. The Scientologists do love their money. I mean, luckily they got a lot of Tom Cruise money. I like Tom Cruise as an actor. I think actually as a person, he's not the worst. I think he's just really weird. But I'm sure they were swimming in Tom Cruise money. And John Travolta. And Katie, whatever her name is. I forgot the other one. God, Scientologists. But yeah, so Punisher, Ghost Rider, like, oh, that's what I was saying. So I feel like they put themselves in kind of like a weird box with this, because yes, I would agree, and same with Fantastic Four, I agree, but they also have to kind of mix in at some point, like Captain America, Doctor Strange, Hulk, like all these different things. So I feel like because they have to mix in that stuff, it's like putting weird pressure on themselves, because again, I still believe, and call me a tin hat conspiracy theorist for it, I don't really care, that they will do a Core Box 2.0. I don't know what that looks like, but I think they will redo it. I think again, Arkham's kind of the test run, and maybe the Arkham test run fails so bad that they get scared of doing it, they don't do it. But I do think there'll be a Core Box 2.0, and that's when you can start introducing all the old heroes back in. But again, because you're not keeping them in stock, like, you're going to have weird times, I feel like, in the game where, okay, new Captain America is announced, and yeah, a lot of us that are addicted to the game will probably buy it, but like, will everyone that's been addicted to the game buy it, or will they skip it? Like, I don't know. I don't know. And if it didn't have that big of a, this is the other thing I don't fully understand, is that if it didn't have, according to them, a big enough draw to reprint it, why would you redo it? You know what I mean? Like, that's just like really hoping that your base that collects everything will collect it again. Like, I was thinking about that recently, that, okay, you don't reprint Captain America because there's no demand, but we're going to redo Captain America. Why? If there's no demand, why would you do it again? That doesn't make sense to me. And the only logical explanation is because they're really hoping that we'll rebuy Captain America. That's it. Greg, welcome to chat. Hopefully you're doing well. So yeah, I was thinking about that a lot recently. I just don't understand the logic behind it. So anyway, they have to redo that in the hopes that we all rebuy Captain America, essentially. And then it's also not Fantastic Four. It's not Daredevil. It's not Punisher. It's not all the X-Men you've done. It's not all these other things that we've been waiting for so long. So then it's just like, okay, now you're pushing off the stuff we really want to make us rebuy it. Probably only the hardcore fans will buy it. That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously they'll get some new people involved, but totally agree. I want to give them money for Storm, but I can't. So I just made my own. There are certain communities, and I'm sure there's somebody in my Discord that will help you out too, where you can proxy all the old Storm stuff, because they won't sell it to you. I'm sorry, I don't see anything wrong with proxying it. Like, if I can't give you my money, like, I want to give you my money, there you go. I will buy a Captain America. Give me a different mechanic. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think that's what they're counting on. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm probably gonna do it too, right? I'm probably gonna do it too. But new Spidey though, if they fix Spider-Man. 100. I mean, that's my favorite hero, like in Marvel Universe, is Spider-Man. So like, I'll buy him. But yeah, it's just like, it's such a weird business proposition to me. I don't know. It's just, you're not. I don't want to say bleeding, because that sounds like too harsh. But you're basically just hoping that your base will come back, that maybe fell off, and rebuy that, or your hardcore base is going to carry you through. But if that was the case, that your hardcore base carries you through, wouldn't your hardcore base just buy the new stuff then? Like, I don't know. Hey Mike, how's it going? You gonna let FFG get you? How so? My money? They always get my money. Hey Bardic, how's it going? I had to proxy my Doctor Strange. Yeah, kind of stinks. It does. So yeah, I just don't understand that strategy whatsoever. Like, it's such a weird business strategy to me. I really don't get it. There's 50 more Spider-Mans to print. There's so many. There's Kool-Aid Man. There's Howard the Duck, right? I'm not saying I've been begging for it forever, but I've been begging for it forever. And I think that's just like the weird feeling with Marvel Champions right now, is it just feels like it's just in a weird spot with this cycle thing they're doing. It feels like they're taking this lesson from the TCGs, because obviously Swoo is printing them money. Swoo obviously prints money. And yeah, I just walked in halfway through the rebuy talk. Oh, okay. So basically what I was saying, Mike, is one of the things I've been thinking about a lot recently. I should do a video on this to just like get my thoughts out. That's really confused me with all of this, is that, okay, we have our cycles, right? So you're not getting all the old stuff. So for new people coming in, it's gonna be really, really rough. And again, if they're doing like a core box 2.0, I think this makes a little bit more sense in their grand strategy, because they can tighten everything up. So I kind of get it. But let's say they, regardless if they are or not, one of the things they've said is that they aren't reprinting Captain America, Doctor Strange, Sinister Motives, because there's no demand for it, right? That's been their argument. There's no demand for those products. But they have also said that they are going to redo Captain America, Doctor Strange, and some other stuff. We don't know what it is, but those are the two they've kind of basically called out. So they're going to print that stuff. So they're printing that stuff, but there's no demand for it. So they're going to spend all this design time, all this money, all this printing to redo it, but there's no demand for it. So that means there is a demand for it, or the more likely option is that they're hoping that like hardcore people like myself and whomever else is in chat will just rebuy the thing. So they get some people that missed out on the thing, and they're hoping that us hardcore people will just rebuy the thing. Now, of course I will, but how many people like me are out there, right? Like how many people that already have Doctor Strange, Captain America go, like I already have it. Like Captain America is really good. He's really fun. I don't need that. Like the Hulk argument I get more of, like a redoing Hulk because they messed him so bad. So like I get that argument. Like that's a fine argument. You could redo that. Doctor Strange though, like, okay, he was super strong, but yeah. I've been saying they need to do booster packs with already existing cards and just give them foil and all art. Give me all the Spider-Man all art. Yeah, right. But little welcome to chat. Same heroes, different suits. Iron Man versus Hulkbuster Iron Man. So, but little welcome to chat. That could be definitely a way they do it. Like that's what the Marvel legendary system is, right? So like you can get Phoenix, but you can also get like Jean Grey, and you can also get like a different form of Phoenix, right? So that's what they did, and like Logan, Old Man Logan, right? They've done things like that. And if they do that approach, I think it makes more sense. But is the people that want like or OG Captain America, and instead they end up with like, actually no, let's not do that. Let's say people that want OG Hulk end up with like Red Hulk. Like, is that gonna make them happy? I don't know. Maybe it will. You know, maybe that's good. You know, so I don't know. It's just it feels very weird. But at least to your point, like that to me does make more sense because it satisfies us. It still gives you a version of it, even if it's not the original version of it, which I think is kind of weird. I don't know. See, that's kind of what I'm going back and forth in my head is I'm just still trying to wrap my head around it. And if you're just going to sit there, oh, and that's the other half of it, is that if you did this, right? Like, let's say you redid Captain America. And your hope is that all of us older people will rebuy it because we're addicted and we have problems with this. So, okay. If you rebuy Captain America, or I'm sorry, reprint Captain America as like a new entry, that also like takes a slot away from something else. Right? So like we said, Daredevil, Punisher, all that fun stuff. It takes something away from there. So now it's people are also, maybe they'll buy it reluctantly. I see this being like a marketing backfire in that sense of like, ugh, they're making me rebuy Captain America and I couldn't get like something else that was different. If they did a Lord of the Rings big box, that would make newbies happy. But as they said, they ain't doing it. But why would they say don't rush to buy old packs? Yeah, that was such bad marketing advice to like don't go out there and buy our old stuff. Like what if I were them and wanted a reset, I'd have gone multiverse route and explained the new set that way instead of whatever this is. Yeah. I think they wasted a really good opportunity with the Thanos box. Like I like the Thanos box, don't get me wrong, it's a very, very good box. I think they wasted a really good opportunity of being like, okay, Thanos should be like now, let's just say, and then he snapped right in your storyline, and now we have to do version 2, right? You could have made that really fun and thematic, so it feels like as us that are buying it, it's not just like you pushing out old stuff. Like he snapped the universe, so we have to redo it, right? Like we're continuing a storyline. At least it's a little more fun and intriguing that way. But yeah, I think Hulk was around long enough for everyone to get. It's just some heroes that were inaccessible that were out of print real fast. Yeah. The big one I think is War Machine. I think people like, I'm not a big War Machine guy, but there's some good cards in there. And I think there's a lot of people that clamored for him, and it feels like they only did one run of him and that's it. Character specific is 15 cards. Maybe new pack will have old identity. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, there's so many things they do. For me, again, it makes there's only a handful of ways I can wrap my brain around it, and the most of them are very quote unquote anti-consumer of just them wanting the hardcore people to get the stuff again, and they're hoping that boosts sales and whatever. My hope is that what this approach really is that they do Daredevil, and then after Daredevil is a second core box where they say, okay, we're starting again. And I know that may upset a lot of people. But the way you market that is, we have a 68-page rulebook, and we have a bunch of keywords that don't line up, and we have Spider-Man that's not a web warrior, and we have all these issues. This is a new point, and Tony's taking over to start again. And I think that's how you should approach it. I think that makes sense. You, of all people, have got me to get Val. Valkyrie's the GOAT, man. We'll never see her again. She's a collector's item at this point. So that's if they wanted to do it like a quote unquote legit way. I feel, and also welcome Tiger Forever. I feel like that's how they can do it. My opinion, even if it's not anti-consumer, it's for the benefit of FFG and not their fans, and nothing will change my mind. It's why I'm here for this channel, because FFG can go somewhere else. We'll love that new rulebook. Lord help us. They need to take a hatchet to it. There's so much inconsistency with the wording that causes so many issues that's why I do think they need a new core or a new rulebook and a new core set, because there's just so there's so many things that should not be this complicated. Again, we talked about this with Ashes. Heck, even the legendary system. Legendary, every single wave introduced something new. Every single wave. And it never got this rules confusing. Now, it's a more simple game, to be fair, but a lot of the issues with Marvel Champions was the cost arrow, for example. I think cost arrow is a perfect example of what kind of went wrong, quote unquote, with this game. And again, I know I'm being really negative. I love Marvel Champions and whatnot. I wanted to succeed. But I think one of the big issues was the cost arrow. All it was in the beginning was do the thing, or pay the thing, do the thing. That's it. That's all it was. That's all it was in the beginning. And then they tried to do all these shenanigans with like targeting, and you have to pay the full amount, and this and that and the other thing. And it's just like, bro, like this should not be this complicated. Like they added rules after the fact, and then it affected older things, so they had to make new rules to balance out the old things. And it's like, you can't do that. Like it's just, it causes too much confusion. Revert to the correct retaliate rule, 100%. We all know what it is. They've had to band-aid that rule so much. And again, they added things like initiate and resolving attack. Things that aren't even in the rule book suddenly became rules and changed the state of the game, where they had to now rechange everything because, well, it didn't make sense. Like, it's stuff like that, man. Just if you want to come out with a new thing each wave, that's totally cool and fine, but I think it's fair to say they did not plan ahead on Marvel Champions. Way too obvious. Yeah. Without the reset of the core set to reset, it's hard to sell the game to new players. Lee, welcome in chat. They can't play as most Avengers, no Guardians, no X-Men. There's nothing to sell to new players. Yeah, no, I agree. Then they blame old content as a reason to reprint and resell. Yep. And like, again, what frustrates me too is a lot with the older content is like, I don't know. It's not as much as a quarter. That's probably being over the top. And like, again, I get the hero pack design was brilliant for its time. It was. I kind of don't want it to exist anymore. And I get why it does. Don't get me wrong. I still think they're better off selling larger packs, and they sell the packs because it's easier to design. That's why they do it. That's why Arkham's going to do it, right? Because they can throw in a bunch of doubles into every single one to help fill out space. They can throw in some reprints of old cards that people don't have yet that they'll want. But like, I have so many copies of certain cards now, like the Queen Carrier, right? The Helicarrier. I don't need 7 copies of it. Nick Fury, I don't need 5 copies of Nick Fury. I just don't. And they use those cards to help fill it out so that it's less designing to do, which again, I don't blame them, right? They wanted to make sense for the pack that it's in. Totally fine. But because of that, it just feels like, okay, I'm buying a pack for like half to 3/4 of the cards. I like to remain optimistic that they will reprint the waves in big boxes. I think they should, agreed. For example, wave 1 with Wreckers and Green Goblin, then Rise of Red Skull. And keep that big box, continuing per wave, address errata as well. Yeah. They did it for Spain, I think. I think it's Spain that they did it with. And then they never did it again. I think they did it for wave 1 and wave 2. And I don't know if it was a failure or what, but they should have done it. We got 40 copies of Energy, Genius, and Strength. Yeah, right? Like, we just don't need that many. And I get it. They want it to be so that you pick up a pack and you just play the set hero. I get it. But if they have to have the core box, I'm sorry, just tell people, take these cards from the core box to create this deck. Like, I don't know. Like, it drives me nuts. I was more upset at the beginning of this, more for you and other friends, but I have a ton of this content I haven't even opened, so it's easy for me to wash my hands and walk away. Well, this is what I said, like, again, when DC Legendary comes out, man, I'm jumping on that train hard, because I really like the Legendary system. I do. And it's a very basic system. It's a very easy game to play. But, and there's rules errors, or not rules errors, there's rules issues with Legendary. I'm not saying it's perfect by any means. It's not. But generally speaking, when I sit down and play, it's pretty straightforward. Now, there's a ton of keywords now, and like some are used only once and that's it and whatever. So that gets a little tough. But generally speaking, it's pretty straightforward. And I feel like they should have just done this for Marvel Champ instead of just trying to like build in each wave. And maybe that's what this whole cycle issue is. Be cool, right? It'd be cool to do it, but yeah. Imagine a reworked Galaxy's Most Wanted or second editions or stuff. Yeah. I mean, there's so many X-Men that people didn't get into that they really want to. So, I haven't seen any news about DC Legendary since last October. Have you heard or seen anything about it? So if you thought Marvel Champions was bad communication, Upper Deck is the worst. So the problem with Upper Deck is we will hear nothing until it suddenly shows up. That's just kind of how they work. It's supposed to happen in Q1. The rumor on the street, for whatever that's worth, is it's going to happen literally the last day. So March 31st, 31st, however many days are in March. I think 31. So that's the rumor. The problem is Upper Deck sometimes just doesn't release things. Like, they were supposed to have Legendary Marvel Core 2.0 come out, and they haven't. What If 2 is supposed to come out by now? Like, there's things that are just really bad with it. But everything I'm hearing from people that really hang out inside the space is that they still fully expect, as of now, March 31st to be the day. And like, there will be no lead up. It will just be suddenly, it'll be on their website and you can order it. Like, it's such a bad system, but they just don't market or anything like that. I need more DC in my life. Not enough good stuff. Agreed. Coming out in January. No, it was just Q1. That was it. Once they ever do Fantastic Four box, after that, done with Marvel Champions. I think what will be really fascinating is, I think a lot of people share that sentiment also with Daredevil. It will be really interesting to see what the drop is after Daredevil. Because I think a lot of people are kind of tired, and they want their last couple of heroes, and then whatever. And then I expect a lot of people will just do it in the sense that, like, hey, this thing is like, if a hero pack comes out and you're like, okay, that seems kind of cool, like, I'll get that, but that'll be it, right? Like, I do think they're kind of dropping things with people, and that's why I do think a huge reset would help ish. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just doesn't. I don't know. But yeah, we'll have to see if they do a new core box. I don't know. I go back and forth too. I know they plan things 2 years out, but it's obvious that plans change pretty rapidly, as we've heard from MJ, where Daredevil's been done for years. Civil War, they threw together last minute, right? Like, not last minute, but you know what I mean. A lot quicker than usual. So they definitely change plans. And I could hypothetically see Arkham Horror, the second core box, flop. And I don't want it to. I want it to succeed. I want it to succeed. But if it flopped, I could see them getting scared and not doing that with Marvel Champions. And just going, okay, we have to keep riding this out. Because again, they have billions of dollars of debt from Embracer that they have to make up. I don't know, dude. It's crazy to think of a reset at this point. It's so deep in. I go back and forth. So The reset makes sense to me for several reasons, but I get it for sure. But again, it lets you redo Guardians and whatnot in a different way. I mean, maybe you just reprint it anyway. Maybe you don't even need a reset. I don't know. I have to really think about that. I feel bad for new players not getting the old stuff, but getting thrown in the deep end with a ton of mechanics, like going from core to shield, is tough. Yeah. That's what I did the beginner's guide today, and it felt like really weird to do the beginner's guide. And I was just like, just buy it. Like, whatever it is, you know? What makes no sense to me is risking starving the cash cow. I would have done nothing, changed nothing, and kept printing money. Yeah. Yeah. It seems very, very weird that they would not do it. And again, do a print on demand system. It's the best way to do things. It for sure is the best way to do things. And the fact that they're not doing it seems so weird to me. That like, oh, we're looking at all options and that's not an option. Like, you could just say like, hey, if we don't hit the minimum amount, like sign up, have people put a deposit down. So they have to put money behind it, and you don't pull the money until you actually print it. But then, you know, right? Like, I'm sure they have some internal metrics, but the best internal metric is people put their money where their mouth is and see if you have a reprint amount. And I know some people are like, oh, you know, 500 copies isn't enough. Then don't make it 500 copies. Make it 1,000. Make it 2,000. Make it whatever it is. Show what it is. And in this way, they can go and say, see, community, you were wrong. There was no demand for this. And you go, oh, okay. I was wrong. Cool. Sounds good. If they did a Lord of the Rings reset, sure, but a Star Wars X-Wing reset, ouch. I'd have added about 20% premium to reprinted cycles, and people would have bought it and understood in 2026. Yeah. I think they could have done that too. Again, I think you make the print on demand thing because people are like, oh, it's more expensive to print on demand. Then up the price. Like, I know it stinks to hear, but people would rather pay $60, $70 for Sinister Motives than $300. It's really that simple. They'd rather pay $30 for Captain America than $100. Because people are paying $100 for it. You can see the sales list on whatchamacallit, on eBay. Like, people are actually buying it. So, and there's people that are just willing to spend that amount. When Marvel Champions finished, I would really like to see DC Champions, but hope it isn't a reskin of old Marvel Champions characters. Batman has so many good characters to choose from. I don't think they would ever do a true reskin. Like, I think you'll definitely see the influences. So, like, if you look at Lord of the Rings to Marvel Champions, like, there's definitely influence between the two, right? Like, there's definitely, you can see the similarities, I guess, between the two. So I don't think it would be like a straight refresh. I think it would be similarities, or I'm sorry, not a refresh, a reskin. You'll see similarities, but I do think they would do it completely different. I don't know how they would do it at this point. I don't know who would design it, unless they get Caleb onto it. I went from core to the last X-Men box. I was like, what the hell is a player size key? Yeah. I was doing thematic. I am doing thematic at this point. OG Avengers for Loki, Cap, Winter Soldier, Red Skull. Awesome play. Yeah, Red Skull is so great. It is that simple, and your fan base appreciates it. Yeah. Honorable, welcome to chat. Made a Wonder Man deck. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts on improvements and such. God of Ions. All right, we'll have to check that out. I won't be able to tonight, but we'll definitely check that at some point. Are they selling out every time they reprinted Doctor Strange and Captain America every time before they drop? So I don't get it. Well, because they haven't reprinted it in so long. Like, it sat there. Like, okay, so Captain America and Doctor Strange were the first two to go out of print. They also went out of print like years later. Like, years. What spurred on this whole out of print thing really was they did FOMO. That's what it was. Because they suddenly said on their fireside chat, like, we watched it in real time. Well, actually, I think it was the two of them. I think it was War Machine too. I think that was in the mix, and maybe one other one. But anyway, so at the time, they had their fireside chat with whomever that guy is, and he makes the casual comment that like things are gonna fall out of print and all that stuff, and that started this whole firestorm. Like, we went from years of like, okay, like 2-3 heroes were really hard to find, to all of a sudden, like, in a year, 70% of the game is hard to find. Like, that's crazy. And it's solely because people are panic buying, or scalpers or scalping, which, you know, I know people hate scalpers and whatnot. I totally get it. But they shouldn't be able to scalp because Fantasy Flight Games should be selling the product or having an option to like sell and print on demand. Are they selling? I'm sorry. Still can't comprehend why War Machine is $100. Hey, no. He was like a weird one. He was like one of those ones that I felt like got really popular after the, like way after the fact. I still don't understand why. Like I don't like him that much, and he has some good aspect cards, but actually, wait. I think that was like half his popularity was the aspect cards. I gotta see what he had. I can't remember. It's been so long. Everything's just in the same area. So the Black Panther one was good. Captain Marvel was good. Falcon's fine. Goliath was interesting. Command Team, Sneak Attack, and now Save the Day, not really. Go Down Swinging, Make the Call, Innovation. I feel like it was just... As One isn't a big card. Vigilante Training's not bad. Stand Togethers or whatever. Sidearm. I feel like it was just for these couple of cards here that like really people got there. Save the Day is amazing. Discard an ally you control to remove threat from a scheme equal to the ally's printed cost. I've just never really used it. That might be a skill issue on my part. I think it's a management issue. It's managing an insane amount of SKUs, so they'd have to restructure the print files to be cycle boxes, and I don't think they have fans are, and they don't think fans are worth it because we know they might. Yeah. Well, yeah, and they say like again, their whole reasoning is because there's a ton of SKUs and it's hard for stores to like stock all this stuff, which I, as a fool, believe them. I was like, okay, this logically makes sense. Sure, why not? Then they turn around with Arkham and they're printing more SKUs than before. I'm like, so wait, is it a SKU problem or is it not a SKU problem? Because Arkham is now going to have its core box in the first year, a core box, 5 investigator packs, a small scenario pack of 1, I think 1 scenario, and another one of 3 or something like that. So, and they talk about how in the future they're going to do more investigator packs. So wait, you're bumping up your SKUs more? Like you had a product that was 2 SKUs, maybe 3 with a scenario pack, and now you're going to go from 2, 3 up to 8? Like, okay. Check the deck list in Discord, and I made a deck for it to go down. So, all right, I'll check that later. Yeah. I don't know a single LGS without a Marvel Champions section. I'm just saying. No. So sell hero packs and packs of 3 for like 30, 40 bucks, and the waves at 100. That's my 2 cents. That's why chat was saying before it might have been Mata or Mike, whomever it was. I think Mike. I do think with the old stuff, you just resell the box. They did in Spain. Maybe it didn't do as well, but you sell it at least, and it appeases everyone, I would think, or at least appeases some people. The only one I missed was Spider-Ham, but at least the pack didn't have much. Spider-Ham was just reprint Ham. I love Spider-Ham, but he was reprint Ham. The Marvel Champions section went from a whole wall section to a small display. I think the sales are going down. Just love playing the OG Arkhams and call it a day. Enough said. Yeah. That's why, like I said a bit earlier, I think Arkham is their big test. I think Arkham is their big test with things to see how version 2.0. And again, I like Duke. I like his designs. I think he's good. He's a good guy. Good people there. But man, that community is down in the dumps. Dude, they are just taking dumps on that game nonstop. Like, and that's their hardcore base. It's just like, this is miserable. And there's so many people that are just like, I'm done. It's just like, oof, that's rough. Sell the cycle, marked up 20% of the trouble, and everyone's happy, or at least happier. Yeah, still cheaper than $300. Didn't Lord of the Rings have a comeback with the revised? I think it did well. I think it did better than they thought it would, but it wasn't like amazing. I don't think. But I didn't even buy Wonder Man or Herc. Ugh. I like those type of heroes because they can have more fun with the design. But yeah. They don't have their core set in stock. Do they not? they really not? Let's go see. All right. Jesus. Okay. Like, I know you can get on Amazon and whatnot, but okay. Fantasy Flight only have themselves to blame, unfortunately, with how corporate types seem to be running it. It's hurting the game. Again, I will put some of the blame on um, Embracer for saddling them with so much debt, but yeah, there's just better ways to handle this. Oh boy, I can even see them saying they aren't reprinting it for at least a year to let desire build up. Yeah, panic time. Is this the night we find out Marvel Champions died? No, of course that. No, oh God. I don't know how many of you all were around during Marvel Champions is Dead set. That was when there was a pause and everything for a little while. In between wave 4 and 5, maybe, or 3 and 4. I don't remember when the pause happened. But it was like 3 years into the game, 4 years into the game. And it became like kind of like this weird meme where just like the game's dead, the game's dead, the game's dead. And like we all ran with it and whatnot. Because it was just funny. Like that's how I approached it. I was like, it's just funny. And I did videos and I was like, the game's not dead, but like we're just having like a drought, whatever. But yeah, and then it became like this, like, oh, if you even say that, you're the reason why Fantasy Flight Games is dying. It's like, yes, D20 with at that time with 5,000 subscribers is the reason why this $1 million corporation is dead. Got it. Okay. The Red Skull box was amazing. Top 3 box, dude. It's so good. It's so well done. I know people like the campaigns or whatever. They just got too much for me. I miss the old ones. FFG is dead, at least to me. I love playing Lord of the Rings Journeys, hand-holding, app-driven, but man, it is absolutely great to play. I need to check out Journeys. I hear so many good things about it. Embarrassingly, I was very anti-app for the longest time, and I've come around on it, that it's not the worst thing in the world. Marvel Champions is dead. I don't care. I'm saying it. We'll see. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see when Daredevil comes out. And I personally think they need like 2 or 3 cycles of just banger after banger. D20 killed Simon and FFG. Man, I need that meme where it's like the Grim Reaper going to each of those doors and knocking on. There's a trail of blood. I need that. Just see how many we can take out. What was I saying? Oh, so I think they need like, just don't kill Chip Theory Games now. Their fan base is too hard. I do have a weird theory about Chip Theory Games and Orange Nebula. I actually think their business model is really interesting because I don't think they're fully a board game company. This is my weird other like really weird thought on that. So I think they're a very smart company because they realize that board game margins are so weird and finicky that they should be a graphic design company and sell like merch basically. And like Orange Nebula, for example, that's what's that. They have good games, but they have like 3 games, and they've done so well because they sell accessories and merch basically very, very well. New co-op Star Wars I'm waiting for. Nice. Just don't kill us. Oh yeah. The new expansion for Sentinels is hard to get already. Looks out of stock. Oh, for 20 strong. Who makes 20 strong? Chip Theory Games. But the base and first expansion are still in stock at least. Who knows what will happen with FRG wanting to exit the board game space though? Welcome the other guy. Wait. Who's FRG? Wait. Sentinel. Wait, I feel like I'm missing something. What's Sentinels? Technically, the expansion went on sale end of February and is out of stock everywhere already. Odneb isn't. They have a side gig. Mark owns it, as far as I know. Well, okay, so Orange Nebula, they're really fascinating. Don't get me wrong, I like Orange Nebula's games. Vindication is still one of my favorite games of all time. Oh, Sentinels in the Multiverse. Gotcha. Okay. So what's really fascinating is they're really good at the FOMO stuff with the wormhole. No, it's not FOMO because you can really get it anytime. But they sell like a lot of apparel, right? Like a lot of apparel. And they sell a lot of pins. They sell all these like pins and patches. Wait, where's the other thing? The other thing they're doing with Spitfire or Spiritfire. Wait. Shoot, where is it? I found it before. And it's not through here. Is it in here? Because with Spiritfire, they're selling like a lot of like special sleeves now and stuff. And it might be, maybe it's under Wormhole. But yeah, so they sell like a lot of different things. Curator mode? Is this what I'm thinking of? This might be it. Yeah, so they're going to be selling like all these illustration things and whatnot. And like, this is like, yeah, that's what this is. So it's sleeves, right? They're selling 100 sleeves with like fancy artwork for $17 a pack. That's crazy. And like, again, this is where they're making a lot of their money. That's huge margins on it. Again, I think it's a interesting way of doing things because, again, board games are such allegedly low margins. And the low margins because of the retailer. If they sold direct to consumer, it's much better margins, generally speaking. So, and it's just with all business. But yeah, they could sell that extra stuff and just sell it for so much more. I gotta try 20 Strong sometime. It's good. They just announced 3 new 20 Strong games. Yeah, with Awakened Realms, right? I'm getting it. Flat River Group and Sentinels of the Multiverse. Also, the amount of Marvel Champions content feels low this year. I hope we get another bonus wave, though. I know it's unlikely. Yeah. Living board game. 20 Strong is the ultimate backpack travel card games. Etch and Stone is great. Etch and Stone is phenomenal. And I think Chip Theory Games is going to do some smart stuff with that. They should keep that strategy going. Dragon's Etch and Stone was like a print and play game, right? Or whatever. Or like a small game. Find these small games that have dedicated bases. And then do like high quality prints of it and stuff. Direct to consumer margins and production is like 8.125 to 1. Yeah, the way I've heard it explained to me by people that published it is like, generally speaking, very generally speaking, is that you basically, let's say it costs $10 to make a game. You sell it for, well, you used to. This was actually like 2 years ago, so it's probably changed again. If it costs like $10 to make a game, you generally try to sell it MSRP for 5 times the amount, right? So it's $10, you sell it for 50. But when you sell it to like a store, you only sell it for double to 2.5 times, right? So you sell it to the store for $20, $25. And then this way, the store, each time they sell it, makes $20 or $30 to $25, right? So again, as a publisher, you're only making, if you sell it to a store, if it costs you 10, you're selling to the store for 20, 25, you're only making $15 versus direct to consumer, you're making a lot more. I have a few people I talked to that publish it. They're a smaller scale. So again, for bigger people, maybe it's different and whatnot. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. But, and this is a big reason why Chip Theory Games goes direct to consumer, right? Their stuff, like the only time you ever see their stuff in stores is if somebody bought it through the Kickstarters and whatnot. So, excuse me. Bonus more civil wave leaders pull the community. Yeah. I'm kind of loving small games. I do too. I feel like more people. I think people are spending less on bigger games unless it's like a well-known IP or well-known like company. So everyone who sells via Kickstarter is rich. Yeah, the problem is the problem with Kickstarter is that companies don't know how to market games very well, so they throw a lot of money, an unbelievable amount of money at Facebook ads. Ratios are all different, but it's smaller for why Steam became the powerhouse today for video games. Even taking 30% is better for the devs than selling it to brick and mortar. Yeah. And the other guy, like I should say, like again, like that ratio is just a general one I've heard that's pretty good, right? But you're absolutely right. Everyone does everything differently, obviously. So yeah. Torch, welcome to chat. Big box game fatigue is a real thing. Yeah, man. We just have so much. We have so much to play, so much to collect. I think during the pandemic, a lot of people were just like, okay, I'm just going to start investing in these games because of whatever reason. And then they got a bunch of big ones and they're like, I don't know what to do. Like, there's definitely less sales after COVID. Right. Yeah. So Mike, the weird thing with Kickstarter is you have the Kickstarter fees, then you have the backer kit fees, and this is why a lot of people go to GameFound because the fees are less. But you have Kickstarter taking money from you, you have backers taking money from you. Generally, you're probably paying artists like ahead of time, obviously. So you have like a bunch of upfront things, and then the shipping logistics, I think, is just a nightmare. Everything I've heard is just an absolute nightmare. And again, like a lot of these companies don't have professional shipping logistics people. They're just figuring it out as they go along. And I feel for them because it's really tough and that's expensive, but only old people use Facebook. Yeah. The old people in the board game community, apparently. But yeah, I have, for some of the larger businesses, I've talked to people on the inside, and the money that's thrown at advertising is unfathomable to me. Like it's insane. Like I just don't get what it is, because their strategy is, well, the more we advertise on Facebook and Instagram and whatever else and throw a couple copies at YouTubers, and the dirty little secret we don't want to talk about with YouTubers is some of these YouTubers make freaking bank off of some of these previews. They make insane amounts of money. I have gotten requests to do a few Kickstarter previews, and I'm a small fish that does not fit into that demographic. And the money that they were willing to throw at me was staggering. I was like, I refuse to do Kickstarter preview stuff because I think ethically it's just wrong for a YouTuber to do it. Anyone can do it. You know, it's all up to them. I just don't agree with it. But yeah, it's the amount of money they're willing to throw at things. It's staggering, because again, they feel like if they can get that big push in the beginning for the first day, then they can ride out that wave, and hopefully they hit the one that makes $2 million. Yeah, I said no sale on the Cyberpunk 2077 game, 2 years out and still kick it down the street later. Yeah. I have set 50K set aside for a game right now. In the end, I can get about 1,200 copies for that, roughly. No joke. Yeah. That tracks. It's crazy. Looking back, all the bigger boxes in my collection of the games that hit the table the least. Yeah. Sell out D20, do it. I thought about it. With some of the emails I got, I was like, I get why people do it. I mean, again, you can kind of figure it out yourself. Think about the Dice Tower. Realize that their YouTube account, you can estimate how much they make on their YouTube account. It's not that hard with like Social Blade and stuff. You can estimate how much they make. Yes, they have a Kickstarter and they have all that stuff. They still can afford a staff of 10 people. Like, that's mind-boggling to me. Even smaller channels that have like 2 or 3 people, and let's say you're only paying the staff like 30 grand each, YouTube ain't covering that. Your Patreon's probably not covering that. Plus whatever you want to make. I mean, You have a family feed, no judgment here. Yeah, the thing is, like, this is all still like fun to me. This isn't gonna be a full-time gig. This is fun, and I'd rather rely on my ethics for that. I just it and then it gets dirty fast. Like, because again, here's the thing, right? So let's say I accept this and I take a preview of it, and it's a trash game, absolute trash. And so, okay, I can say that. I could burn all my bridges and just say thanks for the paycheck, but it also makes me seem scummy to that person. I don't know. I can't. I can't. That makes so much sense to me. I have so many big boxes sitting in the closet, and something like Spirit Island has like 100 plays. The cost of content for certain games are great, and others are basically collector items. Yeah. That's true. You would lose the small community vibe. Yeah. I don't know. I like to keep it real with things. And again, I bleed you all money with buy the same token and stuff. So, and Rogue and whatnot. So, D20, the woodworking channel is doing just fine. I mean, you all know what I make because I publish it. So, novels eat lobster and Chardonnay every night. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I want your most, what is it in The Simpsons? I want your most expensive meal stuffed your second most expensive meal. Excellent choice, sir. Lobster with taco. Please just dedicate several streams on DC Legendary. I will tell you right now. I will tell you right now that when DC Legendary hits, we are going to be playing a lot of that game. And there may or may not be a shift of focus in this channel, to be completely frank. And I know it's going to hurt me, but meh. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the subscribers. I don't care about the views. Like, I just like making content. I think it's fun. And I love Marvel Champions for what it is, man. But they just frustrate me to no end with a lot of stuff. So this is my go-to trash FFG channel. Let's go. That's why I get the hate I do. I love it. I see what they write about me in different Discords and Reddits and stuff. I see it. I wouldn't expect D20 to stop being honest because D20 got paid. That's true. That's true. I've said some things with, like, you know, at first with buy the same token, I was like, man, should I really like bring up the point that they're expensive and whatnot? And like, because again, they are. And I was like, you know what? If they say we don't want to work with you anymore, meh. Okay. It would stink, but whatever. And yeah, they've been fine with it. Like, I told them, I was like, hey, just so you know, like, I say this, and they're like, okay. I was like, cool, this is why I work with you guys. Like, at least you're for real. Did you see Web Warriors was promoting buy the same token? It's not surprising. Good for him though. Spent 4K. You're supposed to spend that with me. I need that monies. How am I supposed to keep turning down these ludicrous, ridiculous financial contracts with Kickstarter previews? Because you gotta spend that money with me. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care. I've told other creators the same thing. You put in the work, you should get paid, especially if some publishers wants to pay you. They take money from us, you should take it from them. I mean, yeah, I get it. That's why, like, so with those same publishers, I've said, okay, come out with the game after the Kickstarter, so it's out in retail, and I will do a preview and a playthrough. Like, I'll play it and I'll teach it and do all that stuff, and I will accept a quarter of the amount of money that you're offering. And they went, nah, we're good. And I was like, really? Like, after it comes out, you don't? And they're like, no, we're good. I was like, okay. Whatever. That's just not what they're interested in. They just see YouTubers as marketing tools, which makes sense, right? Because essentially that's what we are for the most part. But yeah, I threw that to several companies that offer me stuff. And I was like, okay. I guess that's not what you want, so that's fine. And I bought his new energy drink Rogue, which I never heard of before. I love it. I love it. Is he sponsored by Into the AM too with clothing? Go for the trifecta. Bastion Tokens the GOAT, yeah. They're great to work with. They're great. I love them. Even if some other token company came around and was like, "Hey, we'll give you a better offer and whatnot," it's like, nah. These guys and gals are so chill to work with. It's so nice. It's all about that burst of visibility early to hit the critical. Yeah, 100%. That's what they're hoping for. They're paying that money anyways. They did to you or in taxes or to you. That's not. Yeah, fact check true. Yeah. I did yeah, I won't mention that. That's something else completely different. I talked to Tesseract too, and I was like, "Do you guys want to work together?" And they're like, "No." I was like, "Okay, cool. Thanks." We appreciate the streams and realness, D20. All the classic people stay on here. Good times. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you all hanging out, especially after the fact. How many millions did you get back on your taxes? Bro, we owe the IRS money. You kidding me? I remember the last time I made money off of the IRS. We always owe taxes. But I'd rather owe taxes than get money back every single time. Every single time. Tesseract Goat for Dividers. I love him. Love him. I wish Kingdom Come Cards still was an advertiser. Still? Yeah. Yeah, we did the one thing with them and whatnot. And we kind of thought about doing another thing, and it just never really panned out. Nothing against them or anything. So yeah, I think Tesseract just doesn't want to get into it because like it's a lot. Like I was willing to do it just for free product, but I didn't think they really want to do it. Which is fine. I mean, I'm still gonna pay them. I still have dividers to sleeve and whatnot. But anyway, they want to get into like a whole affiliate program because it's a lot of work. So for those that don't know, I could say this. Myself and Nelson, I don't know who was. I think I was before Nelson to buy the same token as an affiliate. I think. But there was a lot of trial and error because they never knew how to do it. And I brought this up to them years ago, and they were like, no, we're not going to get to that. We're not going to. And then they did, and they said, okay, we need to test it. And like I spent a lot of time with them because their affiliate system like was rough at first. It was really rough, and now it's really good. They finally figured out a really good system. But I think that's the thing is I know Tesseract and Buy Some Token are like friendly with each other, like talk a lot. They're both in England, so I assume everyone over there knows everyone. So, yeah, it's just, it's, they could probably set it up quicker and easier than they would think, but yeah. I may get the new non-copyright X-Men hero board. If you want the copyright one, you should email them about it. Sometimes I have it. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. I know when like things were like out of stock for a little while. Like the Ant-Man board was possible to get for a bit. And people were just emailing and they're like, yeah, we can do it. I used to get singles from Magic the Gathering from Kingdom, off Kingdom for a while. Did they have that really? That guy runs such a smart business too. Actually, I don't even know what he has. I haven't even looked at his website in a while. Oh wait, no, I don't want that. Yeah, his stuff is starting to get more expensive. Honestly, this is still like one of the best ways to get things. Like you can still get the Hulk cards for $5. X-23 was impossible to get, now you get for 10. Like I know you don't get the aspect cards, but if you just wanted the hero, man, it's definitely a decent. I mean, like, Scarlet Witch is 6, Deadpool 10. Yeah, it's such a fascinating business model. I'm sure it does well. If not for Tesseract, my Lord of the Rings would be insane to organize. I know. It's so rough. Crimson Desert on the 19th. It's less than $80 in your kind of game. I don't know. I haven't researched it at all. This does make me wonder how many copies of all these cards did they buy and rip apart? Dude, I'm sure so many. Does it say how much he has left? I wonder if he... I could just keep going, man. Cart error. Okay, can I get 99? Only 4. So he has 4 of them left. Chemical cards. I'm putting his kids through college. Alright, so there's 4 Gambit left. Interesting. I mean, he had to buy so many. Oh, poor Wasp. Still only $3. What accessories does he have? God, he sells the boxes too? Wow. Bro, he sold out of Captain America posters and War Machine posters. Why did I throw them in the trash? He sold out of the rule books. That's crazy to me. I mean, again, good for him, but jeez. Ships everything, yeah. I mean, again, smart business model. Oh, wow, you can still get the Green Goblin scenario pack. Let's go. Huh. Good for him. Which card Kingdom? Oh, okay. I like two-handing War Machine Iron Man. Nice. That's a good one. Wait, so can you get Sinister Motives and stuff? I wonder if people sell them old stuff. No, you can't even get the Sinister Motives stuff. Interesting. Huh. So what do you get? Just her cards? Yeah, so you don't get the other ones. Okay. Interesting. That's interesting. But yeah, he strips everything. And honestly, like, I know some people have been upset with it, but it's the way that some people have got Captain America and Wonder Man stuff at a decent price. Because again, scalpers aren't going to buy it because it's not the full pack. It's not sealed, right? So it gives people the option to still buy the hero when it was there. It was there for a while. Still buy the hero without the other cards. So it was kind of smart to do, really. I'm playing two-handed with Wonder Man Leadership and Hercules Aggression through Rise of Red Skull Expert Campaign. At the moment, the Direct Approach is so good. Direct Approach is a good card. So after getting finished, any interest in Arkham Drowned, Battle of the God of Lovecraft? So what we'll do with Arkham is we'll probably take a break for a little bit because I want to play more Legendary and I need to play all these games, the Kimfire Delve games. Focus. I need to play these. I have the 3 of these. I'm still waiting for a new box because this one got really damaged pretty bad. And it's like hard to open it now. But anyway, so I want to play those. I want to play more Ashes. Like, I want to play other stuff. So did you go on Ashes? No. I just want to play. I need to play more of it. But no, I love Ashes still. I just really wanted to fit, like, because my issue with Arkham is like before in the past I've done like a week of Arkham, a week off, and a week of Arkham, and then the like 2 weeks, like my brain shot. I'm like, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing here. So after we do Arkham, I'll take a break from it for a while. Like this Friday stream, we might play something else differently. Maybe we'll do Kinfire or something like that, or something. I don't really know yet, but yeah, I just want to get other stuff in the rotation. But Campfire Delve, I hear it's really good. So I want to try that out. So, but we'll see. And then after a while, then we'll either do the Drowned City, or we might just wait till the core box comes out and then do the core box of Arkham, because it should only be 3 scenarios. So yeah, you can stream about Big Bird and be here. I appreciate it. It is really funny though, because like, can I show you something, chat? This is the back end of YouTube. Me playing the game, me losing the game. We start talking. Really, we should just be a talking channel. It's so funny. It's so funny because it's the way the YouTube algorithm works with this stuff, and same with Twitch, is that they take in chat feed. So like if chat doesn't talk, which you all normally don't during gameplay, which is fine, it's not an issue, but because of that, they think the stream is really bad, so they stop pushing it out to people, and then we all start talking, and then YouTube goes, oh, there's something interesting happening, we're going to push it out to more people and keep pushing up over and over and over, and thus it goes out. Do drama profit? There's a lot of drama going on in the board game space if you all aren't paying attention. Okay, what's happening between Chaz and Rodney right now is the most drama-filled thing in the world. And I thought about covering it, and I was like, I just don't want to be that guy. I don't mind talking about what people want to talk about, but it's crazy. Let's do a drama stream. We could have an entire drama stream. I think that could be fun too. But yeah, I mean, that's why like drama channels do so well. There's certain board game channels that aren't drama channels, but just like discuss the news and kind of get into like the drama type of stuff, whatever. And they do well because of it. Board game drama is kind of tamed compared. It is, generally speaking, but you always get a good one now and again. What's the tea? The very long story short is, how to put it in. I guess the manufacturers neither have taken any kind of, so yeah. Arkham is acting like Lovecraftian gameplay. Yeah, exactly. So basically Rodney accused Chaz of whatever his board game channel, whatever it's called, of basically artificially inflating his numbers. So this Chaz guy is like up to like 100k subscribers, and he got like 80,000 total in like 2 months. And so Rodney was like, what he's basically doing is he's charging publishers per view, which is a wild thing if publishers are actually agreeing to that. I'm sorry, like, you don't do that, but whatever. So basically he was charging publishers per view for videos, and so what he was doing is he was running ads on those videos. And Rodney is like, this is super unethical and illegal and whatnot, and you know, he's taking advantage of people, and called him out, and like made a video and posted on his social media stuff calling him out. And then Chaz got hit with a wave of hatred and whatnot and all this fun stuff. And then Chaz came out with a video that's like, look, all I did was run ads, which is perfectly legal. And he's like, look, anyone that was upset with it, that owes me money, or that was, you know, paying for views, I told him, just don't pay. Like, it's fine. We'll waive it and we'll give you discounts in the future or whatever. Like, we will set it right. And there's a lot more to it than that. The biggest issue I see moving forward is I do think this will become a legal battle. That he's been trying to force people out. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. So Rodney basically, I think, fired his entire team, basically, or let them go. That's a nice way of putting it. Because he's only going back to, like, because he did all the other stuff, and Chaz used to be on his channel. And that was the reason he did this. He's like, the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want people to think that I'm doing this, because Chaz used to be in my channel or whatever. And it's like, I don't think people are really going to think that, but okay. So Rodney came out with this whole thing with his evidence-based thing. And his evidence, I'm sorry, is weak. it's really weak. It's a lot of nothing. Like he basically took one video that has a really bad retention rate, like a god awful retention rate, and said like, look, only 8% of the viewers are still there when advertisers hit what happened, but still got like however many views. So he's scamming people out of money for publishers. And now again, this should be between the publisher and Chaz's channel. There's no reason for Rodney to step in and say any of this stuff, right? This all been handled with emails. Rodney say, hey, I'm not affiliated with this guy anymore. I don't agree with what he's doing. And that's it. And you let the publisher do the publisher's job and do their own thing. So Rodney, which I came out with this video and also wrote an article basically on a Google Doc of like his quote unquote evidence. The biggest problem with this is that he says he ran it by a lawyer and the lawyer's like, this is like illegal what he's doing. It's fringe, but it's not clear cut. And the problem is like Chaz really could take Rodney. I don't know what they have in Canada. So it's the legal system's a bit different, obviously. So I'm not 100% sure how it worked in Canada. If it was in the States, man, I would take that guy to small claims court and he'd owe me a lot of money. Like, because it's essentially defamation, libel, and slander for something that I did not legally do wrong. And it's just, I don't know. It feels like there's more to it that we're just not hearing. Like, there has to be more. It's a really kind of sketchy thing that's going on between the two of them. Like, somebody's not saying something, or there's more to the story or whatever. Because, okay, Rodney says he doesn't ethically like this, and that's totally cool. He can say that he ethically doesn't like it. But again, to put it on blast to the whole community, that's kind of a weird approach to things and not the right way to handle that as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry, it's just not. And again, people could be like, well, the audience deserves to know. And it's like, okay, but that's still not the right way to handle it. I'm sorry. Like, you got to get all your ducks in a row, especially with a lawyer and whatnot. So, and Chaz, yeah, once Reddit or if it goes viral, it spirals. Yeah. But the burden of proof is nuts for defamation. He needs to prove that Rodney did this while knowing it was false. So, again, I don't know what Canadian law is. And it's true, defamation might be tougher, but it all falls under libel and slander. So if he can say that what he, like, so let's say, you know, you made a claim about my channel that's crazy, like, and you did a video on it. You're right. The defamation would be tough. And by the time it was done, I don't think he'd make more than what the lawyer would cost. True, he might not, but I don't think it's about that at that point. I don't think it's about trying to make a ton of money. I think it's about setting the record straight. Because now basically it's not, that's what I should say. It's not even about trying to get money from Rodney or anything like that. It's to go back to board game publishers who basically now your business model is ruined and say, look, this guy lied. Like, I didn't make any money off of him. I just paid the lawyer's fees and moved on, but this guy lied. And now I can work back to get your business because I'm doing the right thing or whatever it is, right? If the audience needs to know, publishers who were harmed could have informed them. Yeah. And the industry is so small that, like, again, publishers talk to one another. Like, they do. So they could have just talked to each other and just not done business with them, and then that problem would have been solved. Like, you just wouldn't make money that way, and you can't do it that way. So I don't know. But the burden of proof is somewhat nuts. Burden of proof on public figures is really, really high, and you're right about that. I don't know what the line is that constitutes to a public figure. So, like, for example, if you had a celebrity, whomever, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's really hard to do defamation, right? It's really hard. Is a YouTuber that level? No, obviously not that level, but he's some level as a public figure, right? So that's the thing. You need to prove malice. You would, but it depends on what the threshold is. And I mean, that just comes to a judge deciding what it is. Like, is a YouTuber with a couple tens of thousands, whatever, like, I don't know. Yeah. V1, welcome to chat. Off topic, but wanted to say a big thank you for your recent Marvel Champions buyers. Dude, I appreciate that. Thank you. I was hoping it would help some people. I didn't know if it would or not. I was like, I should just throw it out there just in case, because again, Novels was kind of talking about it and whatever. So I was like, maybe. But anyway, the other guy, the bigger point to that is what it, to me, when Chaz did that video, he was just short of saying that that's what he's going to do. Like, it's kind of, to me, that's like he stopped right before saying it, because I do think he's going to seek legal action. And again, maybe it's a legal thing and it fizzes and it doesn't work and whatever. A lawyer tells him don't even bother. It's not going to be doing a thing. But man, everything he was kind of saying leading up to that is kind of what you say when you're getting lawyers involved. And also, if I was Rodney's lawyer going through this, what I would say is don't say any of this out loud. There is a proper way to handle this to protect yourself as fully as possible. So if I was Chaz, I'd let my lawyer do the talking. That, yes. I get he's trying to fix his reputation, but I 100% agree. The second, both of them, Rodney said he got a lawyer involved. The second you get a lawyer involved, the first thing your lawyer tells you to do, for anyone that's ever had a lawyer, is they tell you don't talk. That's not your job, is to talk. Which finds it really, 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 really weird to me that Rodney's lawyer didn't lead with that. That don't make a video and don't put it out in the public. Like, if something's wrong, then we can handle it in the back end. But to me, it sounds like he knows the guy that's kind of friendly with him or whatever, family member, whatever it may be. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of like messed up and whatever. So, nothing to buy now. Brand new to Marvel Champions LCG, been playing Lord of the Rings for over a year. Learn from your how to play videos. Keep up the great work. Appreciate it. No, that's awesome. How have you caught up on everything in Lord of the Rings for the new sets? First thing lawyers say to do, and the first thing people don't follow, because everyone thinks they can defend themselves. When you realize that lawyers don't even use themselves as a lawyer, they get someone else to do it. You should listen to Novels more. 100%. She's in charge of everything. Which is why I find the whole thing sketchy. No lawyer would ever let you talk, let you talk, let alone tell you to. That's crazy. Yeah. I own them, but haven't played them. Yeah, I get it. Start off slow. I say the same exact thing with Marvel Champions and Arkham Horror. Ease your way into it, right? Because I made the mistake of Arkham Horror, ripping everything open and storing it and then like reorganizing all the cards. And I went, I don't know what 7/8 of these cards do. And I feel like I'm such a bad deck builder and it's going to take so much longer than it should. Take your time. Go through the cycle. Enjoy it. Lord of the Rings is special. I really, really love it. But yeah, no, I agree, Mike. There's any lawyer that you truly went to that talked to about this would say, don't put this out in the public. That is not your job. So that's why I agree. It's weird. I've been going back to play the basics with a friend who is new to Lord of the Rings, and it's been fun. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, 2-player Lord of the Rings is really good, especially with a friend. Some of them you kind of have to, but if the lawyer did say to make a statement, it would be super structured and prepared so there wasn't a chance to say the wrong thing and F up. Yeah. But even then, like, obviously he was reading from a script because I'm assuming, I hope a lawyer wrote it, though it doesn't 100% sound like it. Just sounds like it was very, whatever. It doesn't sound like it, but who knows? Maybe it did. I don't know. But I agree. Most of the time, a lawyer would have you write from a script when you're like, it would be from the other end. It'd be from Chaz's end, right? Like somebody made a claim against you. And I agree that Chaz really shouldn't just say anything. Or if he does, he should say, I am reading from a lawyer's script. And I don't know how many of you all follow certain YouTubers. There's a YouTuber out there named Point Crow who does a lot of Zelda stuff, right? He really likes Zelda, Breath of the Wild and whatever. So anyway, he got like smashed hard on copyright strikes by Nintendo. Like just one day. So if you get 3 strikes on your channel's nuked. It's just gone. So whatever. He got 2 from Nintendo back to back. So he's 1 strike away from his channel getting absolutely nuked. So obviously his channel makes him hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. So he didn't want to lose it. So like, again, when this happened, he made a statement. It was a lawyered statement. And you could just say like it was like his open plea to Nintendo because he can't just talk to Nintendo, right? So he's like, I can't talk to them. So this is how I'm going to talk to them, right? You said the word, I know, right? So because he couldn't talk to them, he had to make a video for it. But like his video was like so much of just like very lawyer, like almost saying nothing while saying stuff kind of thing, and making an emotional argument on a lot of things instead of like a factual based argument. But yeah, might release a written statement but not a video. Yeah, exactly. Agree with you, Mike. I ended up finding a 75% full mint collection with the majority of high price stuff. Older release like Captain America, Sinister, Mutant. Let's go. I found the remainder of stuff online in Canada. Let's go. Give a chance for Lord of the Rings Journeys in. Went from zero to hero. No pun intended. Last 7 days. Yeah, I won't say anything online. Yeah. Yeah, Nintendo used to be crazy with that stuff. They hate when you mod their games. That's what they hate. And that's what they got him for, because he would mod the games. Because you have to obviously illegally download a copy of the game in order to mod it. And he never taught anyone how to or anything like that. And his basic argument was like, look, Breath of the Wild was like a 5-year-old game. People are still playing it because we mod it. It's a lot of fun, whatever. And I think they basically just like let him be. And then the strikes slowly fell off over time. But yeah, like nothing really came from it. It's just Nintendo just didn't hit him again. So he just pulled all his videos and whatnot. But it doesn't even matter. Even if you pull your videos, they can still strike you. YouTube is so overprotective of things like that. And like they will just strike out your channel, no problem. Unless you're a Mr. Beast or something, or a PewDiePie. Other than that, they just don't care about you. They would strike out D20 if they had the chance, I'm sure, with my ridiculous conversations about this stuff. But yeah, anyway, so very long story short, it's awful. I'd always be scared to record anything from Nintendo. Oh, 100%. 100%. I would stream it on Twitch and that's it. I would never put it on YouTube. Crimson Desert, I know it fits you. It might fit your video game streams and it's hot. All right, I'll check. Oh, I've seen this on the Twitters. Okay. Yep. I know what this is. Yeah, I'll have to check this out. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I know what you're talking about now. Nintendo. But yes, anyway, that's like the board game drama going on right now. And it'll be fascinating to see what happens there in the future with all things. So I missed an opportunity in a game you were like, nah, I appreciate that. I thought about streaming Resident Evil 9 because I love Resident Evil. And I know it would alienate most of my audience, but I was like, but I really like the game. So, and part of me still wants to do that Friday, but I'm at the end, so I have to start a new one. So, do you play SWU? I do, yeah. It's one of Novel's favorite games on the channel. My wife who plays now and again on stream. So we've done it for that, and it's a really good game. Get into it. So, Leon is hot. Stream it with Novels. What? Resident Evil? No. God, no. She would literally and metaphorically poop herself. I'd love to see your take on Sentinels in the Multiverse. Just see the view of the rules in it. People would tell me I would really like it. I just haven't gotten into it. Oh, intro to Hoth? This one? It's good. I have a live stream with Novels doing it. It's actually good. It was like shockingly good. If you like it, just get the starter decks. The starter decks are pretty fun. Crimson Desert has language? Yeah. That's why we've always joked about and talked about doing D20 After Dark. And just be like, be fun. I got the last Sentinels expansion. Don't know if it's gonna die or not. I know. I feel like everyone's fear with this stuff. I don't think I played any Resident Evil past 4. You're missing out, brother. Resident Evil 5, you get to punch a boulder. It's a meme that's lasted for like 20 years. It's impressive for meme life. Actually, you could just skip it. 7, like, so 6 almost killed the franchise, right? 7, I remember playing it, and I'm a wuss, and I could not handle 7. I mean, I did it, but God, I was freaked out. 8 was the same way. 9 feels like it's going back to its roots of like Resident Evil like 3, 4 feeling. But yeah. Looking forward to playing it. The only TCG I have right now is Altered. I heard good things about Altered. I think my buddy got into Altered, but I can't remember. Or at least played some of it. I'm too old? Yeah, me too, man. Greater Than Games is FFG to me, and Spirit Island is my #1 game. I still have not played the last expansion of Spirit Island. I love Spirit Island. I think it's phenomenal. I think I'm not smart enough for it half the time, but yeah. Once FRG gets done with the current stock and get the board game space, that the IPs will be available. Everyone is hoping Chris and the gang gets SOTM. Nice. Also, doesn't Greater the Games not exist anymore? Right? Did they fold during COVID? Like, or not COVID, the tariffs? Like 2 days in the tariffs, they're like, nah, we're done. I downloaded that game for some Resident Evil, and the first zombie I shot at 4 times missed and just let the zombie eat me. It's almost non-existent in North America. Ugh. I never bought Nature Incarnate. I pulled Jagged Earth out of my game. Interesting. I don't even know Spirit Island. I don't even know what expansions there were. All right, so there was Horizons. Okay, Branch and Claw, Feather and Flame. Okay, yeah, Nature Incarnate. I think I have. Yeah. Okay. I think I have all of it. It exists because they are selling all the stock, but the employees have all left or been fired. Okay, I get what you're saying. Because they were owned by what, Flat? That's what you're saying, right? Flat River Group or whatever it's called. Flat Stone, Flat something. Flat whatever. God, their sales were great. That's the way to do it, dude. They just have like the owner left, just like selling stuff. Calling it a day. Yeah, warehouse sale. Oh yeah, you get a lot of stuff real cheap. Oh, King of Tokyo. Let's go. Wow. They are really going nuts. I don't even know half these games. God, they had so many games I've never heard of. Like, were these all their games? Or did they have like a warehouse of other people's games? God, I remember Origins was popular. Or like the thing. I don't know if it was ever popular. It was like a thing on Instagram for a while. Oh god, they had a Far Cry game. Oh, Rallyman was popular. I remember that. Oh, okay. It's not all theirs. Okay. Cloud Age was really popular. Monumental. That was like a big Kickstarter, right? I think they got heat for something. Some ridiculousness. Mandela Stones. I remember I was going to back that too. Oh yeah, that's Board and Dice. Okay. Desert Sand Acrylic. Okay. Wow, this is like some decent stuff. Zombie Princess. Welcome to Halloween. Flat River Group, okay. RE3 then. It's about Inspiration Brawl stuff. Then most of the games in their warehouse sales aren't good, but hey, for $50 you get the entire inventory. Aren't even Greater Than Goods. Yeah, okay. It's a warehouse. Okay, okay. Jeez. I know all this stuff is sold out now, but still. Ah, Clinic. I need to sell Clinic. I love Clinic. I think I own almost all of it, except for like the last like one or two things. But man, it just I can't get it to the table. It was a fun game though. Hero clicks. Finn Balor. Ronda Rousey. Bro, let's go. The rock and sock. Let's go. That's what I want. A grill cover. Yo, when I think of greater than games, I think of grill covers for a Ohio State University. Sasha Banks. I like this. This is so old. She hasn't been with the company for years. AJ Styles retired. Triple H. For $2, I buy a grill cover. A fanny pack. What were they doing? I don't understand. This is hilarious. I live in Michigan, and OSU grill would be awesome. There you go. Greater than games. I think about a teddy bear with a Falcon shirt on. Love it. Love it. I have no idea why they went out of business. That was something, man. That is something. PS1 2 games for life. Let's go. Boomer Gen X. Hey, no disrespect here. That's fine. Bought a warehouse and got saddled with all its junk and selling it through here. Yeah. Seems like they made some poor business decisions. Seems like. All right, chat. I didn't think we would talk for an hour. But we did. So, all right. I'm going to be live Friday. Don't know what I'm doing yet. We'll be live. Make sure you hang on the Discord, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I'm out too. And find the wall and know why they have. I know, right? I would love to go through their books. Novels. So now, as Novels does it as an accountant, and she talks about it all the time. She's like, I would love to go through some of these people's books and just see how bad it is, because like, it can't be good. Like, it's got to be just so ridiculous. But they don't have accountants, so apparently. Anyway, so yes, we'll be live Friday. Not 100% sure what I'm doing yet, but we'll figure it out. But I appreciate you all hanging out. Thanks for hanging out and like talking and whatnot. That was cool. I will see you all then. Take care, everyone. Thank you. PvP novels. I don't think will be with us this Friday, so you'll just be stuck with D20. Appreciate you all. Have a good one. Take care. Give her a rise school upgrade. Have a good night. Yep. Novels can't look at my books. She'll find a way. She always finds a way. All right, everyone. Take care. Have a good one.